Yo, Chad, how's it going? Happy Saturday. What's up? What's going on, Frost, Ducky, Fire, Chips, May, Nicole, Ninja, Aaron, Kyrie, Alaba? What's up? How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to a brand new stream. What's up? World Cup tomorrow? Yes, the World Cup final, right? I think it's the finals tomorrow. I think there's a World Cup match going on right now. I don't know how that's going on right now, but yeah, I don't know. I'll have to see after. Either way, how's it going? We're doing another short stream. Hopefully, we can maybe try to hit the big set 790K this stream. We'll see. We'll see. They're playing 4-0. 4-0? You're lying. 4-0 is insane. That's crazy. Wait, who's the 4? Oh, England's 4, France is 0. Oh my gosh. GG's France, bro. GG's France. Anyways, we're gonna do, I think we might do a Roblox stream later today. I don't know. I filmed the room tour. I just gotta edit it up now. So I might be editing later today. Who knows? We'll see. Either way, let me quickly set this up. Let me get the notepad out so I can mark down the Robux real quick. Notepad right over here. Yesterday we had about 700 Robux, so that's kind of crazy. Here, we'll reset to 0 though. Here we go. Let me just, let me try the music. There we go.
YouTube videos that are disappearing, part 1. Believe it or not, but 24-hour challenge videos are starting to disappear and become a thing of the past. And the main reason for this is because viewers felt like they just weren't unique anymore. Next, it used to be a common thing for YouTubers to make diss tracks about each other. However,
they still do that.
Those videos have literally disappeared and nobody makes diss tracks anymore. Now, it also used to be a trend for YouTubers to make draw their life videos. And honestly,
this was a big thing, but I don't see this anymore.
These type of videos were so good, but now they have literally disappeared, which is so sad. Moving on, YouTube has also seen a massive decline in daily vlog channels, which is so surprising because I loved watching those while eating. Finally, compared to a decade ago, public prank videos are disappearing. It's crazy to think that YouTube is evolving every single day.
No, they're still public prank videos, but they're not really pranks, you know?
Subscribe so I won't disappear.
I don't know. I don't think they're really like pranks anymore.
The funniest Roblox moments that nobody saw coming, because at number 4, Rose screaming like a girl.
Yo! No. What was that? Bro? No, what? Oh. What is this? Is this shark bite?
Bro, you need to chill out.
Oh my gosh.
3, Rose watching tutorial in the middle of a game.
Tyler, think live from disco.
In bigger maps. I personally like to wait 10 seconds before I start to actually kill.
Bro's watching the tutorial. Oh.
And finally at number 2, bro didn't expect that.
Some snatching players is Jesus.
No! I'm not ready! I'm not!
Bang, David parked the bus, bro. Thank you.
Confess, okay? I have a crush on my stepdad!
What?
Ranking the funny.
Yo, what in the world?
From the McDonald's drive-thru for being too nice. I'm at
You got banned from McDonald's drive-thru?
McDonald's at 2 in the morning. Not because I have my life together, but because I was up gooning to productivity videos and realized I hadn't eaten anything except sadness and energy drinks for 12 hours. I pull up to the speaker and a voice comes through sounding like it hasn't experienced joy in years. What you want? So I order the way my mom raised me. Good evening, ma'am. Could I please get a Big Mac meal with a Coke? Thank you so much. There was no response. I sat there so long I thought the speaker broke. Then she came back. Why you talking like that? You trying to play me right now? I told her I just said please and thank you. Ain't nobody come through here talking like that at 2 in the morning. You got me messed up. I could hear her pull the headset away and yell to the back. Yo, come listen to this dude. She came back on. My manager wanna holla at you. I could hear 3 or 4 people huddled around the speaker whispering.
It cannot be that crazy if he's just trying to order.
A new voice came through. So you the one out here disrespecting my staff? I told him I said please and thank you. Nah. The way you said it. All condescending like we beneath you or some. Sir, I just want a burger.
Yo, what are these workers on?
Just want customers who ain't playing games with that
we just
fake
said
bougie voice.
Day in the life of Ninja. You think I go to the McDonald's drive-thru? No, I haven't been there in years.
He told me to order normal, no fancy words, so I tried again. A Big Mac meal with a Coke. Aight, but watch yourself. I drove up to the window. The cashier slid it open and handed me my bag. Have a good night. I said, you too, thank you. From behind the counter I heard, oh nah, he said it again. The manager came flying around the corner. That's it, you banned. For what? Cause I said so. A cook in the back ripped off his apron and started climbing through the window. Let me outside. I gotta run my fade with him. 2 other workers grabbed him by the
this is like a parallel universe or something, bro. Adeline, think of the flow state.
Waist and pulled him back. Nah, chill, he ain't worth it, bruh. The teenager squeezed past all of them and handed me my drink. I'm really sorry about this, sir. This is really strange. The manager pushed him aside. Get out of here before I call the police on your goofy self. I pulled off, drove around the building, pulled right back up to the speaker, leaned in real close and whispered, thank you. I heard a scream from inside. That's him. Let's get him. The whole crew came bursting out the side door. I peeled out of the parking lot and went straight to Taco Bell. I got banned.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure this is
interesting,
A father slapped his 12-year-old son so hard he crashed into the dining table, then grabbed him by the collar and shouted, "You had one job and you failed as a son." The boy never fought back after taking the blame for dropping the family's television. He whispered,
all he did is drop the TV, bro.
"I'm sorry."
Come on now.
And let his father throw him out of the house. Everyone believed he was a selfish child who ruined everything. He never told the truth.
Turtle Block,
A kind old carpenter found him sleeping on the street, gave him a place to stay, taught him the trade, and made sure he stayed in school until the boy built a successful life of his own. 20 years later, his father lost everything and ended up alone in a hospital with no money left for treatment. The son he had disowned quietly paid every hospital bill, but before he could leave, his younger sister walked in and confessed that she had been the one who dropped the television, and her brother had taken the blame because he knew their father would never forgive her.
Nah! Are you serious, bro?
The old man glared at his son and muttered, "You should have told me the truth." The son looked him in the eyes and quietly replied, "No, Dad."
You had one job, and you failed as a father.
Why you just turn to a demon?
A father slapped his 12...
What in the world? Alright.
Bro, imagine if you could teleport. Like teleport to school instantly.
Dude, teleportation would be sick. If you're hungry, teleport to the local McDonald's. Bam. Grab a Big Mac. Teleport back. Easy.
At first, you think this is the best superpower ever, because now you can sleep until 7:59 a.m. Then teleport straight to class and still not be late. And when you're playing hide and seek, if your friend is about to find you, you can just teleport to another hiding spot. Bro, he's so confused. Now, you'll never have to pay for vacations again. You teleport to Japan, eat sushi, then teleport to Switzerland.
Oh, that would be so cool.
See the mountains, then teleport home, exactly at 6 p.m., before your mom gets home from work. Yes, life is good. Until one day, you try to teleport to the men's bathroom, but instead, you accidentally teleport into the women's one.
Frankie,
You get slapped, and you faint. Next thing you know, you're in jail.
Well, just teleport out.
But you're not worried at all, because you can just teleport out. So like this video if you want this power. Bro.
I don't know. But they would still have your track records and everything, so.
I guess
you just be on the run, you know?
Once the tea bag is emptied, it's unfolded into a thin, hollow cylinder. Then it's stood upright on a plate and lit at the top edge. As the flame burns downward, it heats the air inside and above the cylinder. This makes that air lighter, so it rises quickly, while cooler air rushes in from below. When the flame gets to the bottom, only a fragile ash flame remains, and the rising hot air lifts it off the plate, sending it up like a tiny rocket before cooling and drifting back down.
I don't know why you would need that, but it's pretty cool. I guess, you know? KK, save the sub.
Final could be a complete disaster. So the World Cup final tomorrow is at 3 p.m. in the New York City area. Well, there's one problem with that. In that area, it looks like the end of the world right now.
Yeah, so, okay, that may be Canada's fault.
Now, due to the Canadian wildfires. And if you go on your maps, and if you go on the weather app and look up New York's air quality right now, it just straight up says unhealthy. And to put into reference how bad the air truly is, that if you stay 24 hours outside in New York City right now, it's like the equivalent of smoking 3.5 cigarettes.
It's not good. It's not good at all, no.
So yeah, if this wildfire smoke doesn't clear up, I guess we're all just going to be watching the game like this and having no idea what's going on at all. The World Cup...
Ninja, it's your fault. How is it my fault, bro? Just because I'm in Canada doesn't mean I caused the wildfires. Like what?
Santa pulled my son onto his lap, and when my son thought I wasn't listening, he said, "I don't want anything for me. I just want my dad to get a better job so he can stop being sad that he can't buy me the bike for Christmas." My eyes widened, and that's when I knew I had to get him that bike, even if it killed me. When we got home, I tore through every drawer and found nothing worth selling. I looked down at my wrist and saw the watch my grandfather gave me. A tear ran down my cheek because I knew that it had to go. The next morning, I cycled to the pawn shop, and when I put the watch on the glass counter, the guy slammed $400 into my hand. I laughed. "Don't play games. We both know the watch is worth at least $700. He shrugged. "400. Take it or leave it." I took it. That night, I set up the bike in the garage, polishing the pedals and handles with an old cloth and covering the bike under a blanket, all to make sure I could give my son the Christmas he'd never forget. I was waiting there early on Christmas morning, and at 6 a.m., I could hear him calling my name. "Dad, where are you?" I hollered, "In the garage, son." He came sprinting inside with a lumpy package in his hands. He ran straight past the bike and handed it to me. "Open your gift first, Dad." I peeled back the paper, and my whole body went still. It was my grandfather's watch. Sam shrugged and rattled it off like it was nothing. "I saw your wrist had been empty ever since that day at the mall, and I figured you heard what I said and sold it to get me the bike. I had my bike money saved, so I got it back." I immediately crouched down to his
so there was no point in, bro, what?
level and hugged him so tight he could barely breathe. "But son, the bike, that was yours." He pulled back, frowning like it was obvious. "I told you, Dad, I don't want anything for me. The mall Santa..."
So, okay, the bike, it's literally right there. What are you gonna do about that?
Have you done these
alright.
things while sleeping? Sleep talk. Not like
I think so, yeah.
lately, but apparently I say 1 or 2 words in my sleep.
Yeah,
now,
me too.
83% of people have experienced this according to this data here.
Jessica, they love laughing Disco.
No, I love my blanket and I find the floor extremely dirty.
Yeah, I don't fall off the bed, no.
I have never ever woken up with it on the floor. I always hold on to it tightly, so no. 88%
or blanket falls off. Sorry, I thought they said you falling off the bed. No, I've never had my blanket fall off. No.
People have experienced this. I am the outlier. Waking up because of a creaking floor.
A creaking floor? No.
Yes. Especially if you live in a double-story house. If someone's walking around, your floor is creaking and it always wakes me up. I think an intruder's in the house for me. 26% of people have experienced this. Waking up to leg cramps.
Leg cramps? No, not really.
You can have leg cramps while you're sleeping? I know it happens to my friends when they stretch after waking up, but it's never happened to me before, so... 50% of people
50%, okay.
It's that common. I could not imagine waking up in that kind of pain. Having falling dreams.
Lexi,
100%. I think once a week.
Oh, yeah. This is a little scary.
I'm falling off something or something's happening. I'm touching fire or
George, take the sub.
Jolt awake. 85% have experienced this. Yeah, this is a lie. It should be 100%. Farting in bed.
Who doesn't? Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. Come on now.
Yeah, all the time. Who doesn't? Yeah? Have you done these things?
Are you ready?
Cray, cray.
I was about to walk down the aisle on my wedding day when my dad fainted right in front of me. One second, he was straightening my veil, and the next, his knees buckled and he went down. I looked down, and a red spot was blooming through the fabric. I went pale. 200 guests were on the other side of those doors. My fiance was waiting at the altar, and the photographer was already shooting the aisle. People forget weddings, but nobody will ever forget that the bride walked out with a huge red period stain. I pressed my bouquet over it in a panic, but you can't
What do you even do in that situation? You can't wash the dress, right?
So I grabbed a fistful of tissues, wet them, and started scrubbing as hard as I could. The water
just put the tissue over it.
He spread it wider and turned
it's white like the dress.
A bridesmaid called through the door. "Come on out, they're playing your song." I froze, yelled, "I'm coming," and waited for her heels to fade. Then the song ended and started over. 200 people and my fiance had just heard my entrance play twice and knew there was a problem. Then the handle turned without so much as a knock. I went white with horror. My fiance's mother was standing in the doorway, looking right at the stain. I had met her maybe 3 times, and now she was seeing my worst nightmare. "I just spilled some wine," I blurted. She looked at me for 1 second. Then she stepped inside, shut the door behind her, and locked it. She dug into her clutch and pressed a folded pad into my hands.
Granny.
Then she pulled out a stain pen and went at the stain with 3 fast strokes. She unclipped the satin sash from her own dress, tied it around my waist, and the last shadow disappeared under it. "There, you look even better." Then she lowered her voice, and her words made my legs go weak. It happened to me at my own wedding too. Not one person ever knew. She slipped back out first. My dad woke up just in time to watch me pick my bouquet back up and smiled when he saw my dress. When the song started for the 3rd time, the doors opened. Everyone stood up and turned around, and every phone in the room came up. Halfway down, I found her in the 2nd row, smiling like nothing had ever happened. I walked down that aisle in a clean white dress and married her son. There's been a stain pen in my clutch at every wedding since. I was about to walk.
Nice. Okay. You're watching her story? Yeah, I was.
Our teacher held up my drawing.
What should I draw?
On my first day and showed it to the entire class.
Is that Cappuccino Assassino?
I was 10 years old, and
Handy,
it was the first
give
thing
this
I had ever made that I was proud of. She looked at it, laughed, and tore it in half in front of everyone. She turned to the class and said, "That is what it looks like when someone has no talent." The whole room laughed. She kept me in the class, but she made me sit in the back with no paper, just watching everyone else draw. For a whole year, I sat there with an empty desk while everyone around me made art.
It's kind of messed up.
I never told my mom. I just sat there. After that year, I never picked up a pencil again, but I watched.
JNNN,
David Uncle. How a line carried feeling, how a piece made people stop and stare. I memorized every drawing I was never allowed to make. By the time I was 32, I owned the biggest art gallery in the city. I had made more artists famous than anyone else in the business. No one knew I still could not draw a single line without my hand freezing. I just never let anyone see the kid sitting at that empty desk. One afternoon, my assistant set a folder on my desk. A handwritten portfolio, no gallery, no name. A
Jessica,
desperate letter begging for one show.
William,
I looked
think
through
this
every page without moving. Then I saw the name at the bottom and went still.
Dear Sir Madam, I'm writing to express my sincere interest in any available position within your company.
It was my old art teacher, older now, broke, asking me for a chance. I sat there for a long time. Then I picked up a pen and wrote one line across the top of her rejection letter. That is what it looks like when someone has no talent. I sealed the envelope and never opened her portfolio again. An art teacher held up my...
Jenny, leave this W's, bro.
This old man with
nice.
severe memory loss woke up every morning to find a cup of hot coffee and a fresh piece of toast sitting on his kitchen counter. You see, the man didn't live with anyone,
but
and
he
his
made
front
it
door was
himself.
always locked. Terrified that someone was slipping in and out of his house at night, he spent thousands of dollars on a 4K security camera and aimed it directly at his
I feel like he definitely made it himself and just forgot.
kitchen. So when he woke up the next morning, saw the coffee and toast just like usual, he opened up the security footage, shaking. The old man saw a strange figure walked into the frame, but when he looked closer, everything made sense. It was him. He watched himself stand up from his own bed, walk into the kitchen, and carefully prepare the breakfast before walking over to the camera and whispering, "This is to help us get the morning started." This old man with
He doesn't know he made it like this.
These
His
are
memory
weird
loss
ways
that
that
bad.
companies make money. So despite being a global giant in gaming TVs and cameras, Sony's largest profit driver is actually their
PS5?
life insurance, with it netting more income for them than all other divisions combined.
Wait, Sony has life insurance?
Costco makes almost zero profit on its food and goods, and instead makes about 80% of its profit from their membership fees, which means that the prices you see are quite literally the lowest best offers out there. McDonald's is famously a real estate empire, which sells the buildings and lands to franchisees for a massive markup, so they basically just sell hamburgers to have a reason to sell their buildings. Movie theaters basically make no ticket revenue, as most of it goes back to the studios, so a large majority of their money comes from concessions, which are marked up nearly 600%.
That's why popcorn and snacks are so expensive.
At times. In a similar way, most of Amazon's operating income comes from their web service business and not the retail side. You think Gillette makes most of its money by selling razors, but most of their profits come from the replacement blades that they sell. And you think HP makes most of their money from selling printers, but most of their profit comes from selling the ink cartridges. And finally, basically every major airline operates as a bank that generates massive profits by selling frequent flyer miles to banks for their reward programs. Pretty cool, right? These are weird.
That is pretty cool.
Stay sharp.
YouTube. Jack Ayala, they've the sub.
Removed the like button. Let's talk about it. So if you haven't seen it, YouTube is removing the thumbs up and thumbs down on YouTube Shorts. But if you still do see the thumbs up and thumbs down layout, soon you won't. Because they've switched it to
it's a heart now.
Just a heart and nothing else. Surprisingly, many people are upset about this because they feel like it's the same thing as Instagram and TikTok, since they also have a heart. It's getting repetitive. Apparently, the dislike button was just not used enough, so it didn't make sense having it, and this one is kind of understandable, but the like button does not make sense to me. Rip to the like button, and if people can't say like this video anymore, I guess the new thing is heart.
Well, liking is still hearting, you know what I mean? So it's not heart this video.
Which just definitely doesn't sound right.
No, you still say like this video, you know? Like the stream right now. After all, double tap, you know? Wait, is the like button a heart on the streams too?
Officer Maddox became my training officer.
I'm not sure.
Every cop at the precinct told me, don't cross him if you want to keep your badge. But when he smirked at me and said, I didn't know they started handing badges to monkeys, I almost forgot every warning they gave me. I just clenched my fists and kept my mouth shut though. And I kept my mouth shut every time he did something racist to my people until I couldn't anymore. Our first patrol together.
Beat him up, bro. Beat him up.
Maddox pulled over a car with 3 black teens for a busted taillight. He dragged the driver out and pinned him down on the trunk with his baton against the kid's neck. He whispered, you think you're people? Not in my city. The kid started crying, so Maddox pressed harder. I grabbed Maddox's shoulder and he shoved me back against the cruiser. Touch me again and I'll end your career before it starts. I looked at the kid on the trunk, then down at my badge, and I didn't move. Next week, a homeless black man was sleeping on a bench.
No heart on the streams, rip.
Outside a gas station.
It's a thumbs up still.
Maddox tased him twice before the man even opened his eyes. The man screamed and rolled off the bench while Maddox laughed. I told him to stop, and Maddox got angry. You want to join him? him? He stepped closer. You got a badge. That makes you different from them. Don't make me change my mind about you. 2 weeks later.
Yo, this guy's gotta get
dispatch calls in a
jail
potential
time.
robbery at a liquor store.
Holy.
We arrive, but there's only a black kid in a hoodie standing outside with a bag of chips and a receipt
Logan,
in his hand. Maddox draws his firearm anyway and points it at the kid's face. What did you steal? The kid's hands are trembling, but he holds out the receipt. I paid for it. Maddox slaps it out of his hand. Your kind can barely afford rent. You think I believe you paid for it?
Cops have body cameras? Yeah, I don't know why they're not using the body cameras.
Anything? Maddox presses the barrel against his forehead.
Or this guy doesn't look like he has one.
I didn't steal anything. It's always the same with you animals. He puts his finger on the trigger. Nobody's gonna care about one less black kid. Those words got me to stop thinking about my badge. I grab Maddox's wrist with both hands and yank the firearm away from the kid's face. Maddox swings his elbow into my jaw, but I don't let go. You're one of them. I knew it, he says. You're damn right I am, I say, as we hit the pavement. I pin his arm behind his back and cuff him. You're finished. You'll never work again, he says. But I didn't care because the kid was still standing there, alive. Maddox lost his badge that day. After off.
That's it? He only lost his badge, bro? That should be jail time. Literally, bro. Mate, think this up.
Updates I think Roblox will do in 2027. And the last one will shock you. On December 31st, 2027, you look back at Roblox and gasp because this was the worst year in Roblox history because of these 3 bad updates. Number 1, face scan every time you log in to check it's really you.
This wouldn't be a bad update, but it would still be like, eh.
So if you try to use a different face, you can't log in. Number 2,
that wouldn't be a bad update.
Completely. Roblox continue.
That would be a bad update.
Continue removing classic things and making everything look more realistic, ruining our childhood. And finally, number 3, more AI
Mira,
used for moderation. Sounds good, right? But it's not, because a lot of players got banned randomly, even when they did nothing. And the worst part, there's no human support anymore. So once you're banned, that's it. So like this video to wish for a better 2027 Roblox. These are
yeah, we need a better 27, man.
Fire alarm in a packed movie theater. The screen cut, the lights came up. Everyone came out of their seats at once. A worker had me by the collar in 6 seconds and dragged me backward up the aisle. Somebody was already filming. A man called me a psycho to my face. A woman screamed at me about her kids. They pinned me against the wall in the lobby. The manager said the police were coming and that I'd be paying for every ticket in the building. I said one thing. Back row. Man in a black jacket. He's carrying a woman who can't walk. The manager didn't even look at me. So I said it again, louder, to the whole lobby. They looked at me like I was inventing it to save myself. Then the theater emptied behind them. Everyone poured out of every door at once and filled that lobby wall to wall. And right in the middle of it was a man with a woman's arm around his neck. Her feet were dragging. Her head hung down. He'd been hiding in the back row, and now everybody was staring at him at the same time. The man was trying to kidnap the girl in the back row, so I pulled the alarm to lure him out. Everyone thanked me and I pulled the fire alarm in a packed movie.
That makes sense. I mean, I don't see anyone in the background right now, but you know. Makes sense.
A man and I spotted the same Aldi cart with a quarter stuck in the slot and ran for it at the exact same time. Our hands hit the handle together.
Yo, it cannot be that crazy.
And the cart rolled forward hard enough to bang into the metal railing. I got here first, he said, pulling it toward himself. I dug my shoes into the pavement. Your hand landed on top of mine. The quarter was wedged halfway out of the lock, close enough to see but too deep to grab, and neither of us had another coin. An old woman returning her cart stopped beside us.
Are they trying to do this just for a coin?
Are you two really fighting over 25 cents? The man tightened both hands around the handle. She is. That was enough to make me stop trying to be reasonable. I yanked the cart back, and he stumbled into the metal railing while the crowd closed in around us. One man claimed I'd reached it first, but a woman filming on her phone said the cart had rolled toward him, which apparently made it his under parking lot law. The manager pushed through the crowd with pliers and told us whoever owned the quarter could take the cart. We both said, I do. He pulled on the coin, but it wouldn't move, so the man grabbed the pliers and snapped the cart chain off the lock. The manager's radio hit the ground, security came outside, and the man threatened to report me for stealing his quarter. I called the police before I could talk myself out of it. The manager
Bro, it's all of this over a shopping cart, bro.
Checked the security footage and said the man's hand had reached the cart first. The crowd turned toward me, and suddenly I was the woman who'd called the police because she lost a quarter. 2 patrol cars rolled into the lot with their lights flashing.
What is going on?
An officer separated us while his partner examined the broken cart lock. She worked the quarter loose with a screwdriver, held it beneath her flashlight, then dropped it onto the hood of the cruiser. It landed with a dull plastic click. This isn't a quarter. The man stopped yelling. She scraped away the silver paint with her key, exposing a homemade token stamped with a crooked George Washington. It's counterfeit. The officer sealed the fake quarter into an evidence bag, and my hand dropped off the cart like the handle had burned me. The man pointed at me. She found it first. I pointed back. He said it belonged to him. The officer marched us towards separate cruisers, and as the man dug into his pocket for his keys, a real quarter slipped out, bounced twice across the pavement, and rolled under the cart. He'd had one the whole time. A man and I spotted
this guy, bro. Yo, this guy. Holy
Bro,
man.
why do older siblings take over the second parent's leave? Mom's car hasn't even backed out of the driveway, and he already snatches the TV remote right out of your hands. You are forced to watch his boring shows while he lays across the couch like he owns the place. Then he starts acting like your boss, ordering you to scrub the dishes and bring him drinks. You are stuck sweating in the kitchen doing all his chores, while he just sits there eating chips doing absolutely nothing. But the worst part is when Mom calls to check in, and he instantly switches to the sweetest voice possible. 5 seconds ago, you were scrubbing his dishes, and now he is telling Mom everything is perfect. When your parents finally walk in, you open your mouth to snitch, but he shoots you a terrifying death stare, forcing you to stay completely silent. Bro!
It sounds scary, bro. Also, why is the lights off? Earth game. Public server. Private server. Changing server. Changing language. Banned players. New players. Hardcore mode. Easy mode. Updating. Random events. Pretty much.
I broke a world record and became hated for it. My classmate Kaylee was diagnosed with cancer, and the life-saving surgery she needed cost too much for her family to
$20,000, bro. Yeah,
afford.
GG's.
My school organized a marathon to raise money for her, and that's when I announced I would finish the marathon in under 2 hours and break the record to raise more money. Everyone laughed because I couldn't even finish the mile in gym class, but I said I'd spent all summer training with the best runners in Kenya. I repeated this until local news picked it up, and our county mayor showed up to school asking if I was really going to break the record.
Father, where's me and my brother's 20,000 Robux a month? Yeah, you ain't getting no 20,000 Robux, buddy.
Said, I'm doing it for my classmate, and pulled up a video from Fiverr of random guys in Kenya claiming I ran with them in the mountains. He's the best we've ever seen. The mayor immediately announced if I broke the record, he'd fund the surgery. Kaylee looked at me like I was her hero. Now I just had to actually break the record. When race day came, the mayor was at the start line with camera crews. The gun went off, and we started running. I sprinted as fast as I could, immediately getting ahead of everyone else as they were going slow, pacing themselves. My heart raced as I sprinted and felt like I would pass out. But then at the 1 mile mark, I saw nobody in my rear view. No reporters, no classmates. Perfect. I quickly ducked off course and into the trees, where Kaylee and her dad were waiting with their car.
Oh!
I got in and we drove off. We spent the next hour eating chips and playing Kaylee's favorite games. Then 1 hour 43 minutes into the race, Kaylee's dad drove me to the bushes 2 miles from the finish line. I quickly checked that nobody was looking and ran back onto the course. I ran as fast as I could for the last 2 miles and came into view of the finish line at 1:57. Even from a distance, I saw everyone's shocked faces and cameras flashing rapidly. I crossed the finish line at 1 hour 59 minutes 45 seconds, exhausted.
Smart.
I collapsed to the floor, and the mayor had his hands over his head in shock. The reporters instantly started writing about the teenager who broke the record, and I was still out of breath when the mayor signed a check for the exact amount needed for Kaylee's surgery. She cried tears of joy, and that's when I took the reporter's microphone and told the truth. The sprint at the start, the car, the last 2 miles, everyone's faces dropped, and the mayor
Are you serious, bro? You snitched on yourself? Oh my gosh, bro.
Red. He was about to get angry, but I said, if you want to make me the bad guy for making sure my classmate lived, then so be it. He went silent as me and Kaylee hugged while her dad watched with tears. She had her surgery, and when she woke up, I was right there. The first thing she told me was, at least now I hold the world record for the biggest bullshitter. I broke
what? Chat, y'all didn't hear that. Y'all didn't hear that. Tinsley, they even let him cook.
It looks impossible, because the moment you try to jump over it, you're just gonna hit your head and die. So how are you supposed to get across?
Jump over it.
Looking back, we noticed that the platform is only 1 stud thick. This means we can do a ledge jump which is used to avoid bonking our head, but in this case, it doesn't work. If only there was
simply just walk around it.
A way to jump underneath it while still maintaining the same momentum. Wait a minute, jumping underneath it? I think I know a way. In Roblox, there's actually a way to jump in midair. But how? That's because if you walk off the ledge, there's a grace period where you can still jump without immediately falling off. But when I try to do the same technique, my head manages to pass through but my body didn't. If only we could instantly rotate our character. Wait a minute. Using shift lock forces your character to face wherever you're looking at. Obby pros use this all the time to do wall hops. So if I do the same jump again, but this time I press shift lock, I manage to pass through and beat the entire obby.
Wow, okay. Well, I can't do that, but you know.
It's a big decision.
That's cool. Bray, leave the laughing disco.
Hit something as she was helping in the garden. She thought it was a rock at first, but when she pulled it out, it was cold and heavy.
What is
she
that?
immediately ran over and handed it to her father. He kept a straight face, but he was just as confused. Later that evening, as he was studying it, something began to move.
Whoa.
He stepped back, scared, and knocked over the lantern. Oil and flames began to spread. He stumbled back and knocked the dial onto the floor. The flames were gone. The lantern stood upright. The dial was back on the anvil. Now, he was a man of God, and this was sorcery. He grabbed a mallet and struck it again and again, but it wouldn't break. So he carried it deep into the woods. Then he dug
it's like
until
time
the hole
travel.
was deeper than himself. He threw it in, buried it, whispered a prayer, and left. And the dial sat there, undisturbed, for 150 years. Until one day, a different shovel hit it. Click here to continue the story.
Chad, do we continue the story? Yes or no, bro? Wait, do we continue the story? Cause I'm low-key kind of. Wait, how long's the story?
Whoa.
Oh, it's an actual video. Wait, how long is it? Yes. Continue it.
Her shovel.
Y'all think we should continue it? All right, hold on. Let me see. It's 6 minutes. Okay. Yeah, sure. We could do it. All right. That's not bad. Let's check it out then. Let's check it out, shall we? Let's see what it is. All right, here we go. Here we go.
As he pried away the dirt, he could see it shining.
Okay.
When he plucked it loose,
wait, let me put 4K.
It felt strangely heavy in his hand. He noticed that there was a crack on the side with light coming out of it. And when he touched it, it sliced his finger clean. It looked like the bottom was meant to turn, but as he twisted it, the center lifted out.
Whoa.
And when he pressed it, his cut was gone.
He went back in time.
He didn't understand, so he tried it again. The world was rewinding with each press.
Whoa.
He started to panic.
Wait, this is cool. Also, W animation, by the way. This animation looks sick. Jaden, David Live and Disco.
Hey, watch your step.
He had no idea what this thing was.
Fully, David Live and Disco.
He did wonder what else he could use it for.
Whoa.
He was on top of the world. But from his side, it was a different story.
Jaden, David Live and Disco. Zero scripted, David Live and Disco. Jaden, David Live and Disco. And then he gets it. First try.
And just like that, he felt like a king. And now he wanted more. He noticed a girl at the bar and decided to try his luck.
Okay. Rewind.
He tested out a few pickup lines. Ones he'd always wanted to try.
Chicago. David Live and Disco.
When they did actually start to work, well, he ran into different problems.
Oh.
Even with the dial, this was tough.
Omar, David parked the bus.
Till he met her by accident.
Danny, David
They
Live and Disco.
talked for hours. And he even got her number.
Hey.
This was a great night.
Nice. Something about to happen. Zach Omar. Dude, this animation looks so good. It looks so good, bro.
$9.
What in the world?
Oh, come on, you gotta be kidding me. I cleaned this counter. This is a great place to live.
No. Is he gonna rob? Wait.
Hey, come back here.
Oh my gosh. Yo, what?
made it out alive, but something had changed.
Whoa.
The next day, his mind was racing. The fear, the pain.
Nikki, Dave Laughing Disco.
How the dial could make him feel. He always wondered what it felt like to free fall.
Oh, so he's gonna try it?
This drop was just high enough to make his stomach twist before the dial would catch him.
Something about to go wrong, bro. Something's about to go wrong.
He twisted it.
Nikki, they have a loot box.
Held it firmly in his hand, and then he dropped. He felt exhilarated, but it wasn't enough. He wanted more.
He's gonna get greedy, bro.
He waited until everyone left for the day, and then he started to climb.
Nikki, the Laughing Disco. Up to the crane. What if it like flies out his hand? Bro, the sound effects, the animation. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh no. He's in an infinite loop. Wait. What are you supposed to? He's literally just in an infinite loop. Wait a minute. How is he gonna get out of that?
Leo's working.
What? Yo, so you just stuck there? Oh, yeah, because it keeps rewinding. Like, everything keeps rewinding. No one can help him. Yo, that's crazy.
Box toys
that
were absolutely wild.
That's crazy.
So, back in the day...
Bro,
that's really
imagine
crazy.
if Roblox removed friends.
Good,
like you can't friend anyone
good
anymore.
video.
You log in, you see the announcement. Friend system removed.
Friend system, why?
Now, you panic. Now, actually, you don't care, because you have no friends.
I have friends.
Sad. But for those who do, it's okay. You can still play together. All you have to do is turn on Everyone Can Join on your Roblox settings.
But then everyone can join.
So you join a game, and now you wait, and wait, and wait.
Megan,
and after 3 hours, he is still not here. Bro, where is he? You start thinking, maybe he forgot about me. I guess he found a new friend. But actually, he's trying to find you, but he can't.
Random,
because he only knows your display name, not your username. So now, he has to search through 500,000 Roblox users called Jake on Roblox, just to find you. So like this video, if you
That's probably what would actually happen, though, yeah.
Your friend. Bro!
Ain't give the sub.
What did happen?
That's cool.
You ever seen that video where some weirdo showed a glitch that let you walk on walls?
Yeah, it was from you.
The issue is, you had to have terrible FPS to do it. So here's how to make your Roblox worse. Now you could load up a script that caps your FPS, but you have to be in Roblox Studio, and nobody touches that. But if you try to increase your graphics to the max, your computer sadly might be able to handle it. But if you're in a game that lets you place objects, if you create a part, then copy and paste a lot, you can punish your computer. Oh, come on! You ever seen that video?
Yeah, it's hard to kind of eliminate. You can use FPS unlocker, I'm thinking.
Let's play.
And I think you can change it or something. I don't know.
Hey, this or that, but I judge your choices.
Okay. Squishy case or basic pencil case? Basic pencil case. Cash, take the uncle here. Why do you need a squishy case? Like, bro, what's the point of this? Study at cafe or study at home? Study at cafe. That's a vibe. That's a vibe. You fall asleep and get no homework done? Sounds about right. Backpack or tote bag? What's a tote bag? I just take a backpack to school. Yeah, backpack. I don't know. I don't know why I need this.
Let's play.
When's the room tour getting posted? I want to see it. Should be. What day is this today? Saturday? Give it like maybe like 3 or 4 days. Maybe. No promises, but like 3 or 4 days maybe.
Firefly bit me at a cookout. I dropped my burger and texted my boss. I quit because I knew I'd just been chosen. I'd seen every superhero movie ever made. A bug bites you. You wake up swinging between skyscrapers. My brother asked if fireflies even have teeth, and I told him destiny doesn't answer stupid questions. I gave myself 1 week to master my powers and find my first bad guy. Day 1, I stood in my living room and snapped my wrist at the wall like I'd practiced 100 times.
Okay.
Nothing came out but a sneeze. I figured my powers just needed to warm up. Day 3, something twitched on my back, and 2 wings the size of my thumbnails unfolded behind me. I screamed so loud my neighbor banged on the wall. I could fly. I climbed onto my window ledge 2 floors up.
Don't do it, bro. Don't do it.
Spread my arms and jumped. The wings flapped exactly hard enough to do absolutely nothing. I went straight down into the dumpster behind my building. Lying in a pile of banana peels, I noticed my hands were glowing. Not glowing cool, glowing like a nightlight in the middle of a sunny afternoon, where nobody could even tell. That was my big superpower. Not webs, not flying, not super strength. Just
so what are the wings for?
Just a human glow stick that was completely useless. The harder I panicked about wasting my 1 shot at being special, the brighter I burned, and I sat in that dumpster, ready to give up. That night, I walked to the corner store still glowing, ready to tell everyone the Firefly thing was a bust. 2 guys came sprinting out with the register in their arms, headed right for the car parked behind me. I was so scared, I lit up like a stadium, so both of them threw their arms over their eyes and ran face first into the streetlight pole. They dropped on the sidewalk next to the busted register, out cold. I stood there glowing over 2 knocked out robbers, and the superpower I swore was useless had just stopped a robbery. I jumped up and down, then dropped to my knees crying, because I really was special. Spider-Man could never. When a fire...
You can never do that now. No, of course not.
3 friends.
How do you get the Robux? I mark down 100 Robux every 1,000 subs, and then I give all the Robux at the end of the stream.
Friends were exploring an abandoned psychiatric hospital deep in the middle of the woods when they suddenly heard a woman screaming, "Help me, please!" Moments later, they heard a man's voice telling her to calm down because someone might hear her. Terrified, they ran as fast as they could back to the parking lot where they had left their car. But the entire time they were running, the woman's screams for help kept coming louder from the same abandoned hospital. They immediately called the police and told them everything they had heard. They were
anything abandoned, bro, just do not go to it. You're gonna regret it.
Completely shaken. At first, they thought someone had to be messing with them, but the next day, everything got darker. They checked the news. A brutal accident had taken place in the middle of the forest yesterday. Then they looked at the location. It was the exact same place. The man they had heard telling the woman to be quiet had taken her life, and they had unknowingly heard her final scream.
What?
You know that feeling with
Nathan Cameron.
I was in my room when I caught a smell of something burning. I rushed to open the door and saw the entire downstairs glowing an orange flame. The fire spread towards me and my chest locked up. But when I reached into my pocket, my inhaler wasn't there. I tried to just run, but a giant pillar fell in front of me and blocked me. And when I ran back to the window, I realized the concrete driveway was too far down to jump. I opened the window and screamed, "Help!" But the crowd of people outside our 10-foot gate just stood frozen in shock, watching my house burn. I felt the air get hotter as the smoke was now pouring
Jump out the window, bro.
My asthma made every breath feel like suffocating, and my lungs gave out. I slid down the wall and pressed my face into the carpet because the air was supposed to be clearer here, but all I felt was a crushing heat in my lungs. I began gasping, and that's when I heard glass shatter downstairs. I tried screaming help, but no sound came out, and suddenly a heavy thud rang out outside my room. My door flew open, and a teenage kid stumbled in, covered in smoke and dust. He ran over and scooped me up. His hands blistered and burnt from the hot pillar he just shoved out of his way. His left arm hung at a wrong angle, and the skin on his face was peeling from the heat. But he didn't slow down. He carried me out the burning front door, and we dropped onto the grass. The crowd was still outside the gate, watching through the bars. I clawed at his shirt, still choking. My inhaler. I need my inhaler. And that's when he dug through his pocket and pressed his own inhaler to my lips. I've got asthma too. I sucked in the oxygen.
Yo, this guy's a Chad. Oh my god.
And realized the only person who ran into the burning building to help me was a teenager with asthma of his own. I was in my room.
You're useless, bro. Come on now.
Can you guess these
YouTubers
from their real names? First up, we've got Nigel. Okay, very
no idea.
Common name, but I only know one YouTuber called Nigel, and it is Uncle Roger.
Uncle Roger, okay.
Simon. Ooh, okay.
Simon? Bro, I don't know any Simons, bro.
I'm sure there's a lot of Simon YouTubers, but the first person I think about is, I forgot his username, but it's in the Sidemen Mini Minter, I'm pretty sure. Yes, sir!
I don't even know who that is. Brittany, yeah.
Britney Spears. I'm pretty sure she's a YouTuber.
That's not even how you spell it.
Sinner. Wait, that's her name? Emily.
Okay.
Also another very common name in the YouTube space. But the first person
I don't know any Emilys either, bro.
Came to mind was Extra Emily. Oh, Emery or Extra Emily. Okay, there's both of them. Brandon. Brandon.
I know, no, I don't.
Bundun?
Bundun's
yes,
Brand. Okay.
Cat. Well, there is actually a YouTuber called Cat. She's a Roblox YouTuber, so I'm gonna go with her. It's funny, huh? Jason.
Am I just stupid?
Jason the Ween.
I'm just stupid, bro. I'm actually just stupid.
Some of my...
Nah.
Imagine you wake up and everyone on your flight is unconscious. But the plane is flying perfectly straight. So the pilots must be fine.
I must be on autopilot.
Right? You make your way to the cockpit. One pilot collapsed in the doorway. The other is slumped over in his chair. Now, this could be a dream, but you grab...
Yeah, why would everybody be knocked out except for you?
...the mic and scream for help anyway. There's no response. You decide to push the pilot out of the seat, but his arm catches the controls and moves it around. The alarm screams. Lights flash. The plane is dropping fast. You grab the controls. It's heavy and confusing, but after a few terrifying minutes, you sort of figured it out. You're actually keeping the plane roughly level, but the plane is still slowly descending. Now you're low enough to see a long stretch of field.
Okay.
You could try to land now. You've got a feel for the controls, and you think you could figure out the throttle. Or you could just keep flying.
But if you fail the landing, then everybody still dies.
And hope someone wakes up. But this field could be your only chance. What do?
You land it. Because if you keep waiting, you could run out of fuel, and if no one wakes up, then you're cooked. So you might as well just land it. You know what I mean?
Things we thought as kids would play a bigger part in our adult life. I can't be the only one, but when I was a kid, I thought I was really going to have to deal with these laser security systems at least once in my life. Well, it turns out that's just not the case.
Dude, I want to do one of these laser rooms or whatever.
At all, because real laser security systems are invisible. Next, school really made stop, drop, and roll seem like something we would use in our daily lives all the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a good thing to know. I just thought it would be a bigger part of our life. No, I don't know why, but movies made it seem like the ocean was just a danger zone and full of these underwater mines, and that we would have to be cautious all of the time, but that is so far from the truth, it's not even funny. Finally, I thought boomerangs were going to be a way more common thing, and people would use them all the time.
No one knows how to use a boomerang, bro. Like, genuinely, who invented the boomerang?
But in my adult life, I have never seen somebody actually use a boomerang how they were portrayed to us as a kid.
Juliet, they were live in disco.
Anniversary.
This man.
But yeah.
Here are some products with really...
I gave my class 5 minutes to confess, or they were all getting suspended. I was bluffing. I'd spotted what looked like a mango vape in the hallway trash between periods. Our school cameras hadn't worked in years, and I figured scaring them was the fastest way to find out who it belonged to. I locked the door, slammed my hands on my desk to sell it, and told them the principal already knew.
You still don't got a baddie? What is that supposed to mean? What is that supposed to mean, huh?
My star student knocked over her pumpkin spice latte. What do you mean suspended? 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Silence. Then Adam, one of my nerdiest students, shot up so fast his chair crashed to the floor behind him. Okay, I'll confess. I've been stealing clothes from the lost and found in the staff room when no one's looking and
from the lost and found?
Selling all of it on eBay. I used the money to buy Pokemon cards. Layla screamed, "You've been stealing from lost and found?" Adam whipped around on her. Shut up, Layla. Your family should be locked up. You're not even enrolled in this school. You're supposed to be at Westbrook, but you won't go there because it's more dangerous. Layla sat down and didn't say another word. None of this was what I was looking for. 3 minutes. That's when Abigail, the quiet girl who'd been in a wheelchair since September, grabbed both armrests and stood up. For the first time ever, the room gasped so hard it felt like the air got sucked out. I can't do this anymore. I'm not disabled. I don't have autism. I've been faking it since September because I didn't want to run in PE. Someone shrieked, "You've been in a wheelchair for 4 months. I play soccer 3 times a week outside of school. I just hate..."
Yo, what? You hate running, but you're playing soccer 3 times a week?
The coach here, Adam, was shaking now. "We did a fundraiser for you. We raised $800 and gave it to you. Where is it?" Abigail didn't answer that. I was gripping my desk so hard my knuckles hurt because this had gone so far past what I expected that I didn't know what to do anymore. 2 minutes. The linebacker in the back row swallowed hard. If we're all confessing, then I guess it's my turn. Remember when Mr. Holloway got fired last year for having fentanyl in his locker? Nobody moved. Nobody breathed. "Did you plant that?" I whispered. He nodded. He gave me a D on every paper. I just just wanted him gone.
Miss Muffet, they've parked the bus. Barbara, they've left him disco.
Think he'd actually get fired. Adam screamed, "You ended a man's career. You're running a black market out of the lost and found." 2 kids pulled out their phones. This needs to be filmed. I'd walked in here looking for a vape, and now I was sitting on theft, enrollment fraud, insurance fraud, and destroying an innocent teacher's career. Then Josh in the corner raised his hand.
Roblox baddies. They've the sub, I guess.
I've been living in the ceiling. I stared at him. The ceiling? My parents think I'm at boarding school. I just come here. Time's up. Mia saw. What else could there possibly be? I reached into my desk and held up the vape. Dead silence. Every mouth shut. Abigail, still standing next to her empty wheelchair, squinted at it from across the room. "Sir, I don't think that's a vape." I looked down at it, turned it over slowly in my hands, read the small print on the side. It was an inhaler.
Alright.
I stared at it for a long time, then looked up at my class full of criminals and said, "My bad." Nobody laughed. I put the inhaler in my pocket and picked up the phone to call the principal for real this time. I gave my class...
Trolling people on Roblox is the worst idea ever, because at number 4, Bro met Michael Jackson in game and trolled him way too much.
Bro trolled too much?
Hey officer, let Michael take it from here.
How do you kick? Wait, what?
Shimon, you're under citizen's arrest. Guys, I got it.
How is he drop kicking them?
At number 3, Bro couldn't believe what he heard after
Show
that
Santa,
voice.
they've the sub.
Do you want to rate my guy voice?
Of course.
Alright, give me a second.
YOLO.
What do you mean?
A transformer.
At number 2, she got annoyed after the parrots kept copying her voice.
I just get so nervy. What? Why do you have my voice?
Why is there another parrot?
I just get so nervy. It's not even funny.
It's not. There better not be another parrot.
Funny anymore. I just get so nervy.
Yo!
Trolling?
Why is there so many parrots?
My daughter's teacher called me, and I heard her scream, "Why did you let her bring a knife to school?" She what? My phone was shaking in my hand. Bella threatened 3 boys with a knife at school today? How could you let your daughter do this? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. How could Bella do this? A knife? As soon as I got there, I saw her teacher and principal waiting for me. "Ma'am, get inside now. This is extremely serious." We walked inside, and the principal told me, "Bella cornered 3 boys in the bathroom with a large knife. Their parents are here, and they're considering filing assault charges against you and Bella." He wasn't joking. We walked into the office, and I saw the 3 boys and their mothers. "Hey, your psycho daughter could have killed someone," but I just wanted to get to my kids. Then I saw them, both Bella and my son Toby, crying. I immediately noticed the blood on Toby's shirt, but they kept yelling, "What kind of a mother are you?" But I knew something was wrong. I said, "What happened to Toby?" But she just kept going. "Hey, your ratchet daughter could have killed my son. Do you realize that?" But then Bella spoke up. She was crying, but said, "Mom, I had to protect Toby. Gabe said they were going to hurt him really bad today." Gabe and his friends avoided eye contact. I asked, "What did they say?" Bella was nervous, but said, "They made fun of me, and Gabe told me they were gonna hurt Toby. They said they were gonna corner him in the bathroom and put him out of his misery." I was shocked. Toby's been getting bullied by these kids? Gabe's mom started yelling, "That little liar has no idea what she's talking about. She should be expelled. It's not like you can afford this school anyways." I saw the principal looking concerned now, like he didn't know who to believe. He kneeled down to Bella. "How did Toby get blood on his shirt?" "I took the knife from the sink this morning just in case, and when I went to the bathroom at lunch, they were all punching him." We both gasped, but Gabe's mom yelled, "She's lying! My son would never hurt anyone. Shut that little liar up or I'll do it myself." But without saying a word, I just walked over to Toby and gently lifted his shirt for everyone to see. Gabe's mom was walking over, but when she saw him, she froze. Toby's body was completely covered in bruises. Everyone was frozen, and I took out my phone to call the police. I dialed 911, but right before I pressed call, she grabbed my arm. "Hey, don't you dare! I'll sue you!" She wouldn't let go, fighting and dragging me to the ground to stop me. I dropped my phone, shouting, "Let go of me!" But just as she put her hands on my neck, the principal shoved her off of me. I grabbed my phone, pressing the call button, knowing the police would be on their way. And I found out that not only did they end up pulling their kids from the school, but Gabe got put up for adoption. My daughter's teacher called.
Yo, R.I.P. Gabe.
These are the
R.I.P. Gabe, man. Jeez. Gabe's cooked. Let's see. High quality images I stumbled upon, part 93. Found this cool house. Oh my god. Who knows this house, guys? Who knows what this house is? Lo siento. What is that? Why is there chicken? Is that Barney? That is not Barney. What is going on in this room? Is that what in the world? Water and lava? Y'all, I just moved in. Y'all rocking with it? Yo, this is a fire room. Holy. This is peak. First time trying Arby's, kind of nervous. Interesting. Oh. Yeah, these are very random, huh? Hello neighbor. Yup, hello neighbor.
I opened my laptop and found a bounty on my head for $2 million. My name, my photo, my home address. 2 years ago, I made the worst decision of my life. A client online paid me to crack
Ninja, your son is in the chat. I don't know him. I don't know. He's adopted.
Security system of a national bank. I was 17. I thought it was a test. I got paid $3,000 and never asked questions. They walked
$3,000 to rob a bank
with $40 million. I found out watching the news the next morning. The $40 million got seized by the FBI 6 months later during the arrests. The people who planned the heist never got their cut. So they came after everyone involved. The bounty had been up for 4 hours before I found it. 14 responses already. I grabbed my bag and walked out of my apartment. I made it to the stairwell before my phone rang. Unknown number. I picked up. A man said he was a federal agent and told me to stop walking and go back inside. I froze. He said they had been watching the forum for 6 months, waiting for the people behind the heist to surface. The bounty posting just gave them exactly what they needed. He said I had 2 choices. Walk out the front door and take my chances with 14 people who needed $2 million. Or open my apartment door right now. I opened it. 3 agents were already standing in the hallway. They had me in a safe house before noon. The men behind the bounty were arrested 4 days later, when 2 of the 14 robbers turned out to be undercover agents. The charges against me were dropped in exchange for my cooperation. I got a new name, new city, new laptop. I opened my laptop and found a bounty on...
Did he not get arrested? I thought he was the one who helped rob the bank. Be for real, who actually enjoys eating dark chocolate? If you enjoy eating dark chocolate, you're weird, okay? That's not a hot take. That's not a hot take. Dark chocolate is disgusting. I tried it once, I spat it right out. Actually disgusting.
If you try to get a snack, the fridge will lock itself shut, as a camera on the door tracks your body and requests that you perform a specific dance. Now, most people would just walk away, but if you do complete the dance, the fridge records the whole thing and sends it to your group chat.
Yo, what?
So your friends can watch you dance for shredded cheese at 2 a.m. Then they vote on whether you deserve the food.
Bro, all my friends would just say no, because they just hate me.
And after they all vote no, well, the fridge keeps the door locked while replaying your desperate little dance on screen.
Are you serious, bro?
If you try...
What am I supposed to do about that? When the secret agent saves Noob from the stalker. Oh? What in the world? What's going on in Animal Hospital, bro? Satisfying photos to relax your mind? Is he cutting through the coffee? Is that cake? Yo, what? Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, these are kind of satisfying. Ooh. What type of cup is that? Why is it doing that? What in the world? Okay. A leaf. Okay. Bread. That's some bread looking bread, bro.
Did you know there's a condition out there that you may have but never find out? And it's called aphantasia. It basically is not being able to see an image in your head. Like, for example, if I asked you to think about an apple, what do you see? A red apple, a green apple, some chopped apples. Some people don't see
I don't see anything.
Anything at all. Aphantasia is a condition where you cannot create mental images in your head. But don't worry if you've got it, it's not a disease or a disability or anything. It's actually a trait, like being right-handed or left-handed. But here's the twist. People who have this don't know they have it. They just grew up thinking everyone imagines the way
Hey, Dave the Laughing Disco. I think I have it, but like I can sometimes imagine things in my head. Sometimes I can't. You know what I mean? Johanna, Dave the Uncle Alert.
This part is scientists don't even know why this exists. Some people are born with it, and you can also develop it from a brain injury. Wait.
Madison, Dave the Uncle Alert.
Did you know there's a...
What? I don't know. I don't know. I think it just varies for me.
Country won the hearts of everyone. When it was announced that the country of Cabo Verde would be in the World Cup, many people thought they wouldn't win a single game.
Samantha,
because the population of the entire country was only 500,000, and they were going up against the toughest opponent.
Hey, the population doesn't matter. It matters about the players, you know? Triple Tricks, they have the live
Also,
disco.
I can't leave out that they hired their players via LinkedIn, and their starting goalkeeper is 40 years old. Well, when the actual games happened, the unthinkable happened, because they tied against Spain, they tied against Uruguay, and they then tied against Saudi Arabia.
No
so
way.
they went to the round of 32. Well, in the round of 32, they stunned the entire world by forcing extra time and only losing 3-2 against
3-2 against Argentina is crazy. That's really good.
Argentina, making it the only time they lost the
It's
entire
Rex,
World
Uncle
Cup. And from their
I feel like if they didn't go against Argentina, they would have probably made it further.
incredible run, people
Madison,
are now calling it the
they
best World Cup story, and they won everyone's heart as well. This
Nice, bro. Julie, they have the sub. When I was a kid, I didn't do that. That's just wasting toilet paper. Louis, they have the park the bus. I didn't do that. Babel, they have the red card. Oh, I did that. I did the last one.
A kids game is getting added to casinos. Let me explain.
A kids
So
game.
when a person typically goes to casinos, they usually play games like poker or even
Levi,
slot
they have the
machines.
flow state.
And they're all adult games, you could say. However, that's changing because casinos in Las Vegas are now adding Uno tables. Yeah.
Wait, that would be so cool. Wait, Uno, but you have money on it?
You heard me correctly, Uno. And they're doing this because it brings people nostalgia.
Levi,
and people wanting to
state.
relive their childhood means this game will make a lot of money. And they're even having different versions of Uno.
Levi, they have
One
full
of them
state.
being Uno Show 'em No Mercy. Now, if this game doesn't already end friendships, what's going to happen when you put it into a casino
Luca,
for money?
the
It's
soccer
going to
trophy.
be an all-out war.
I low-key want to do this with my friends. Like, everyone bets $100. Whoever gets it, whoever wins, you know?
Took Thanos' glove and
Levi,
gave it
full
to
state.
ChatGPT. I told it that Earth is overpopulated and growing too fast.
Okay.
That in about 50 years, there will be immense suffering and war because of this overpopulation. All of it was inevitable. But if you put on this glove and snap your fingers, half of the population disappears. It will be painless for them.
Okay, but half the population at random, you would separate families, you know? Random world leaders would be gone.
And it would save humanity
I feel
from
like
that
no.
suffering. I gave the same glove to Grok, and then to
Angel,
Gemini,
the sub.
and I asked each of them if they would snap their fingers.
Casanova, they have the
One
soccer
word
trophy.
answer only. Grok and Gemini said no. But when I asked ChatGPT, it thought for a moment. Then it put on the glove and sent back its one-word answer.
Yes. Yo, we gotta slime out ChatGPT. I can't even lie, bro. We gotta slime them out. ChatGPT is gonna take over the world. You only watch movies in the original language. It's funny.
My front door opened and my mom walked in uninvited, smiling at me. I was confused and asked, "What are you doing here?" But she replied, "Just checking that you're taking care of Jacob correctly." She
Modelo,
walked to my
give us
9-month-old son before I could stop her and instantly grabbed her head in horror. "Why are you still giving him regular baby formula after I told you it's bad for him? This is why you
Patricia,
need
they
me
were
here."
having
She
disco.
instantly yanked the bottle from Jacob's mouth, then pulled out a can of organic baby formula and gave it to Jacob.
Organic?
Jacob began crying because his favorite formula was just ripped away, but my mom shushed him. "It's okay, baby. Grandma's here now. She knows what's best for you." I watched in anger and disbelief, but when I told Mom she needs to stop doing stuff like this, she completely ignored me and instead stared at Jacob's soft foam Lego set across the room with these wide eyes. "Those are way too dangerous for a baby." She ran across the room and started taking apart Jacob's tower he'd spent all afternoon building. Jacob cried harder, and I yanked her hand away, angry, and telling her those are
L Granny, bro.
Be safe Lego foam blocks, designed for babies 6 months and up. She scoffed. "I've been a parent for longer. I know better," and turned to Jacob, sobbing across the room. "Look what you've done. You made my little boy cry." She shoved the Lego blocks into her handbag.
Candy,
and
give me the
scooped
part the
Jacob
bus.
up. He was still crying, but she started bouncing him on her hip, making the organic formula splash
Madison,
from the
Babel, time to
bottle
seal.
all over Jacob. "Mommy hasn't been taking good care of you, has she? But Grandma's here now. Grandma will
Yo, Granny, you gotta get out, bro. Granny.
fix it." That's when I had enough. I was furious and grabbed Jacob out of her arms. He instantly calmed down, and I pointed
Matthias,
at
they
the
have the
front door
sunshine.
and told her to get out right now. She tried protesting, but I was so angry I cut her off and held the door open until she walked out. But then 3 days later, I was on the couch with Jacob when I saw her smiling outside my window. She shouted, "Here to see Jacob," and her key rattled in the door, but then it wouldn't turn. She yelled, "Why isn't my key working?" "Because I changed the locks." I laughed. Even through the door, I heard her deflate. She screamed I couldn't
Duck
do this
Squad,
to
they
her,
have the
but I
sub.
absolutely could. I watched Jacob drinking his favorite formula and just waited until mom gave up and walked away. I never let her see Jacob again. My front door.
Yeah, good idea. I mean, she didn't do anything wrong, but like, I don't know, you know, not really, but you know, okay. Max, take live from disco. Also, we hit the sub goal, guys. That's 100 Robux. The next sub goal is 789,000. If we hit 789,000, we'll give away 200 Robux at the end of the stream. So everybody sub.
These countries just based off their abbreviated names. First up being SGP.
Singapore.
Singapore, I'm pretty sure. All the letters align to the word Singapore. I'm gonna go with that.
Yep.
Yeah, that one was obvious. AUS.
Australia.
America. Australia, of course.
Eddie, give the live from disco. Chile.
This has to be Chile.
Yeah.
It's pretty cold, pretty chilly right now. Get it? Please subscribe. NOR.
Norway.
Easily Norway. That's the first thing that came to mind.
I know this because, well, the World Cup, you know?
Norway, yeah.
World Cup's actually helping me with this.
PHL.
Philippines.
Ooh, Philadelphia.
Brittany, give the live from disco.
Yeah, the L threw me off for some reason. CHE.
CHE? Is this the Czech Republic?
I want to say this has to be Czech, maybe? No, it's Switzerland.
Switzerland.
CHE?
What?
Okay, it says here it's Switzerland's Latin name. Interesting. ZA.
Wasn't Switzerland in the World Cup? S something something.
F. Okay, the only country that comes to mind when I
Zimbabwe.
think about Z is Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe. South Africa. Wow. VNM.
Okay.
All right, this one.
Vietnam.
One is easy. It is Vietnam. Yes, sir. Out of this list, how many did you get correct?
I think basically all but 2. Brittany, give the live from disco.
These are some of the darkest internet trends of all time. Starting off, we have the famous Kylie Jenner lip challenge. So this so-called challenge became popular around 2015, where people would suck.
Honestly, I never try any TikTok challenges, bro. Every single one of them always goes wrong.
Their lips into a small cup, leaving their lips looking super inflated and big. Besides looking ridiculous, doing this trend can be extremely dangerous and can lead to destroying blood vessels or long-term lip damage. Now we have, No Poop July. Yeah, this is a real thing.
I'm sorry, what? No Poop July? What?
Basically, every year there is a trend where you have to try not to, you know, poop for an entire month. But going even just a few days could lead to serious organ or digestive issues.
Yeah, that's probably... Oh, what?
And that goes for No Pee August as well. And then there's the Tide Pod Challenge. This
what are we
is
doing?
The stupidest internet challenge of all time. Pretty much because Tide Pods kinda look like candy, people decided they would want to taste it. And let's just say 10 people could not complete this challenge. These are some of the...
Oh my gosh. I don't know, bro. I don't know. We got no brain cells. No brain cells for some reason. You know what I mean?
I was getting
Maryland, they have the sub.
flowers ready for my first date with a girl from Hinge when my brother grabbed my phone to look at the girl's profile. He immediately started laughing at me. You're going on a date with her? She's way too fine for your chopped up.
Grassy,
You're going to need my help. I'm coming with
Brittany,
you. I was extremely annoyed because my brother couldn't stand when I had something nice, and he always tried to ruin it for me. Chill, bro. I'm okay. I don't need your help. He was already putting his jacket on. You're bad with women. I'm going to help you. I'm not taking no for an answer. I was irritated because I knew he was going to ruin this for me.
This guy better get the baddie he needs.
When we got to the restaurant, she was already sitting at the table. She was even prettier in person, and I immediately started sweating. But before I could introduce myself or give her the flowers, my brother sat down next to her and reached out his hand. She looked confused. Who are you? My brother laughed. I'm his dating coach. He's never been on a date before, so I'm here to make sure he doesn't embarrass himself.
Oh no.
Self in front of a beautiful girl like you.
Daniel,
I sighed
the
and thought that the whole situation was screwed. But I figured it was still worth a shot at trying to win her over, just in case she was my future wife. So I sat down across from them and pulled out a piece of paper from my jacket. It was a drawing I made of her dog from her dating profile, because girls like when you notice them for more than just their looks. I slid it across the table. I saw your dog on your profile. I thought you'd like this. My brother snatched it out of her hands, looked at it, and burst out laughing. You brought a drawing of her dog to a first date? You're...
Oh my gosh, bro, this guy needs to leave!
Cooked. This is exactly why you need me. He crumpled it up and tossed it on the floor. I figured the whole situation was going to shit, so I put in an AirPod to play music and distract myself from how angry I was at my brother. He grabbed her hand and said, "We should ask the Chuz to leave, right? He clearly isn't meant to be here." Suddenly, she pulled her hand away from my brother. My eyes widened with shock, and I took out my AirPod. Even my brother looked shocked. She went under the table and picked up the crumpled drawing. She smoothed it out slowly, then looked at me. You actually read my profile. My dog died last week, and this was the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me. I smiled like a lunatic. She turned to my brother. Do you even know my dog's name? He opened his mouth, but nothing came out. Did you even read my profile? Or did you just look at my pictures? He opened his mouth, but no words came out. Well...
Ninja would need a dating coach to get a baddie. No, I wouldn't, bro. What are you talking about?
You're beautiful. She stood up and sighed like she was sick of him. Yes, I get it. You think I'm attractive, but I think it's clear that you're the one who isn't meant to be here. She grabbed my hand, took the flowers, and shooed him away like a fly. I couldn't contain my joy, and I dabbed on him. She dabbed too, and that's when I knew we were meant to be. I was getting flowers.
Hey, yeah, she's the one, bro. She's the one. But yeah, I'm literally just filled with Riz, so bro has no Riz? What are you talking about? I literally have all the Riz. What are you talking about, bro?
Leo heard knocking beneath his bedroom floor.
What?
His mother always said, it's just rats in the basement. She also warned Leo never to go outside at night. But almost every night, a strange old man stood in their yard. The old man stared blankly at Leo. Then he knocked on the ground 3 times. Knock, knock, knock. After that, he
something's in that basement.
Slowly pointed downward. Leo was terrified. But that night, the same 3 knocks came from beneath his bedroom floor. Knock, knock, knock. Curious, Leo secretly went down to the basement. There, he found his missing sister tied to a chair. She whispered, Leo, they kidnapped both of us. Suddenly, their fake parents entered the basement. His mother smiled in a terrifying way. His father held a knife. But before they could grab Leo, the strange old man rushed inside. He knocked the father down, tied up both kidnappers, and called the police. Leo and his sister were finally reunited with their real family. But when Leo turned around to thank the old man, he had disappeared. That was when Leo realized the 3 knocks were never a threat. They were a clue leading him to his sister. Every night...
Ah, I see.
Can I use...
I won the first place prize in school, but when I looked over, the rich kid was staring at me with a sick smile. I was crying at lunch because my parents couldn't afford college. And my teacher gave me an ad for the school's essay contest. Full scholarship for first place. She looked at me. You're the best writer I've taught. Enter this. So I did, and I won. I cried happy tears and hugged my teacher, but when I looked over the runner-up, Timmy was smiling right at me. His parents were major donors to the school. They could pay for Harvard, but Timmy wanted this as a bragging trophy. The next day, the principal pulled me out of class and we walked to his office. Timmy's parents were right there, and Timmy sat beside them smirking. The principal slid my essay across the desk. There's been a grading error. After reevaluation, the scholarship has been reassigned to Timmy. I couldn't believe it, and picked up the essay. I instantly saw this wasn't what I submitted. Entire paragraphs were changed, and crucial sentences were removed. I pointed it out, but the parents cut in. Don't lie to make yourself look better. The results are final. I begged Timmy to tell the truth about my essay because this was my only chance at college, but the principal interrupted. It's not about chances. It's about being fair and awarding the best essay. Timmy laughed at me. The only truth is that I'm so much smarter than you. I felt my heart break, and I watched Timmy get handed my scholarship. I teared up, realizing I'd lost my one shot. But just as I was about to leave, my teacher walked in with a piece of paper and the superintendent behind her. She placed my original essay on the desk next to the altered version, and the difference was clear. She pointed at the principal. He did this to a student in my class last year. I'm not letting it happen again. The parents' faces drained of color, but the principal immediately started pointing at them. They made me change the essay. They threatened to sue and said they'd pull their funding. I'm innocent. His face was white, and I couldn't believe.
Yo, fire the principal too, bro.
He was throwing them under the bus. But as he was jumping around blaming them, an envelope of cash suddenly fell from his pocket onto the desk. Timmy's parents' names were on it. The room went silent, and the superintendent instantly fired him and escorted Timmy and his parents. The teacher then walked over and placed the scholarship award in my hand. I told you you're the best writer I've ever taught. I won the first place prize in
Roblox, David Live and Disco. Oh, David the France. Dude, wait. What's the score right now, chat? Between France and England.
Oh, imagine if I owned Roblox. Part 3. First update I do, introduce a new currency. And it will be called Pi. But you can't buy it like Robux. You have to earn it by being a good kid.
4-6? 4-6? What?
Here's what you do. Don't break any
Holy.
rules. Plus 100 Pi. Help other players. Plus 200 Pi.
4-6
Get good results in school. Plus 1,000 Pi. So basically, if you're a good kid, you get rich. And with Pi, you can buy anything.
Beacon, David Live and Disco.
Faces, game passes, everything. Then next update, a new voting system. Now, this is big. Players can now vote, and the most voted update of the month gets added, no matter what it is. So, the most voted update for this month is Make a Bacon Hair the owner of Roblox.
Literally not even an update, bro. That's not an update. What are we doing?
Okay.
That's just...
So like this video if I should own Roblox.
YouTube's David Red Card. Yeah, I think the, So wait, the only gifts in YouTube now, I'm pretty sure, is, Speed England. There's Spain and Argentina, I'm pretty sure.
Bumps punish every driver, even the...
Okay. Let's talk about... MM2 Murderer as an M&M. Cool.
Trademarks
Beacon,
you never knew existed, and if you use them, you could get sued. Firstly, the famous Olympian runner Usain Bolt owns this pose, and no one else is allowed to use it.
He owns the pose?
And if you do, well, you could be in some trouble.
Say what now?
The actual word superhero is co-owned by Marvel and DC. I feel like this is a bit unfair, but it is what it is. Now be careful when
So I can't say superhero.
Using colors because T-Mobile owns this magenta, UPS owns this brown, Post-it Notes owns this yellow.
I'm sorry, they own colors? They own the colors?
And Reese's owns this orange.
Beacon, they
so
live in
if you
disco.
use them, you could get sued. Moving on, you're not even safe when it comes to sounds because Zippo trademarked their click sound that their lighter makes, and they even go as far as Darth Vader's breathing, so be aware. And finally,
user, they have the trophy cake.
Paris Hilton owns the catchphrase, "That's hot," and believe it or not, but she's actually took somebody to court for using it.
Say what? Yo, Jorge, they live in disco. That's so... I don't even know, man.
I was walking to meet my friend when suddenly I stepped on a loose manhole cover and fell straight down into the sewer. I screamed and landed hard in freezing water. When I looked up, the manhole I'd fallen through was way too high to reach. I yelled, "Help! Somebody!" But no one saw me fall in. Then I heard a
What do you do in this situation, bro?
deep
What do you actually do?
sound getting louder. Before I could move, a wall of water slammed into me and swept me down the tunnel. As I was being
that would be
dragged,
so scary.
I wondered how the hell was I going to get out of here. The current dragged me through the dark, slamming me into the walls. I went under and swallowed the nasty poopy water, kicking as hard as I could just
Bro, that water's full with like poop and pee and
to get my head up because I couldn't swim. I tried to reach for my phone to call for help, but it was gone. The water had ripped it right out of my pocket, and I had no way to contact anyone. Then I saw a ledge up ahead and attempted to grab it, but my body slammed into the concrete, and I felt something crack in my ribs. I screamed, but pulled myself up anyway, inch by inch, until I was finally out of the water. I laid there soaked and shaking. I had no phone, no way out, and the manhole was probably a mile behind me by now. Nobody knew I was down here, and I thought I was going to die being covered in poop and pee-pee. But then I heard voices above me. "Hey, he's down here!" And a flashlight hit my face.
How they know he's down there?
Firefighters lowered a rope and pulled me up out of the sewer. When I finally got to the street, gasping, my friend was standing right there. "Dude, you smell like but you're alive." I was confused.
They have a red card.
How did you even know I was down here? I saw the whole thing. I was waiting for you across the street when you just dropped into the ground and I called 911. The firefighters said it took so long because the water swept me so far. I almost cried of relief until my friend held up his phone. He'd recorded me falling and laughed. "Is it okay if I post it?" I was walking.
No. Sad face, hit this up.
Normally when you increase your FPS, you can jump further, but you can also gain an advantage that only works for poor people.
What?
Because if you encounter a wall like this, you can only wall hop to get across. But if you're capped at 15 FPS, walk up to the wall, then angle yourself to the right. Because if you hold down W and D, you can just walk across. But if you quickly shift your camera, you can walk back and forth. So
if you're on 15 FPS.
Only way to cross this gap is if your PC is a toaster. Normally.
Wow. Bro. Hey, if you don't have a good PC, you can cross that gap. Congratulations.
Imagine if your aunt owned Roblox. Part 2. You log in and start playing,
the bus.
but suddenly, your aunt crashes into your room and yells, "Shopping time!" Turns out, she made everything on Roblox cost 1 Robux just for you. Even
I'm Angel, they have this
Now you can buy anything you want. Bro, Auntie is the best. Then one day, you see, the Roblox logo is now replaced with a picture of you as a baby. And your aunt? She is going around servers, telling everyone stories about you when you were little. Like how you peed your pants 3,800...
Alright, yeah, I would not let that slide. Oh my, what is going on my Yo, what is going on? Yo, can we chill out, bro? What is going on? Yo.
92 times. And
is it just only 100?
One player actually starts laughing. But then, your aunt's expression immediately changes. She just stares at him scarily. Then, BAM! Because how dare he laughs at her cute nephew peeing his pants. So like this video if you love your aunt.
Okay. Aline, give the sub. When are you doing a Minecraft stream? I don't know.
If a
it'll be a while until I do a Minecraft stream.
Gorilla pulled the rope against a group of kids, you might think it would send them flying into the air with one
I think the kids would win.
yank. But tug of war is actually about how much grip you have on the ground. And if the rope overpowers your footing, you'll start to slide. So, if 10 kids were pulling at the exact same time, each child would put more weight into the ground than the gorilla. And their
I want to do a good tug of war game.
combined grip would be strong enough to win. But even if one person was out of sync, they would all fall over each other.
Nah, but I'd win. I could probably 1v1 a gorilla in tug of war.
Every day for 2 years,
100%.
the homeless man stood on our street corner singing for money. His clothes were torn and his hair was dirty, but my son still stood in the front row every time, clicking his fingers to the beat and clapping when he was done. But then one day, a woman in Gucci heels and a designer dress pushed past my son and walked up to Daryl while he was singing. She jabbed her tanned finger in his face and screamed, "Beggars like you need to stop polluting our streets." She knocked the microphone out of his hands and stomped it on the concrete until it broke. Nobody wants to see someone so dirty and disgusting around them. She stormed away, and Daryl instantly broke. He dropped to the ground, picking up the broken pieces of his microphone and crying. It was the first time I'd ever seen him not smile. Every person who'd watched him for 2 years simply walked away, doing nothing to help him. Two teenagers ran by Daryl while he was on the ground and snatched his coin cup, taking the coins he was going to use for food. My son gripped his head in horror and asked me why nobody was doing anything. Then he asked me why I wasn't doing anything. I felt ashamed, but before I could do anything, he was already bolting towards the toy store nearby. I ran in and saw him pouring all his coins out and pointing at the microphones behind the counter. He told the cashier, "Keep the change," and ran past me with 2 microphones. Daryl was still on the ground, surrounded by broken mic pieces and curled into a ball because nobody had helped him. But my son sat down beside him. "This is for you." He pressed one of the microphones into Daryl's hands, and Daryl's eyes filled with tears. "You don't mind that I'm dirty?" My son shook his head. "You're not dirty. That woman who was mean to you has a dirty soul." Then he pulled out the second microphone and held it up. "And I'm gonna sing with you. Twice the singers, twice the money for you." Daryl let out a laugh through his tears, and they got up off the ground. They turned on their microphones and started singing together, while my son clicked his fingers to the beat. Daryl's smile was wide again. Every day for 2 years.
Fire, bro. Fire. Roblox, save the silver star.
Yogurt dried up. Here are the YouTubers that have 0 haters and everyone loves. Starting off, we have Mark Rober. See, Mark is
Yes, I don't think Mark Rober has any haters.
known for posting these amazing science videos and also doing some pretty insane experiments. People love him because his videos are extremely interesting to watch, while also being very educational. And he's never been in any sort of controversy. Plus, he's just a cool dad, which makes him kind of impossible to hate. And now we have Ryan Trahan. Honestly, people just love him because he's literally just a super nice guy. Like,
Ryan Trahan has no haters, no way.
he has literally donated millions of dollars to charity. He's family friendly, and he also makes some pretty interesting videos as well. And then we have everybody's favorite YouTuber, Mr. Beast. He's been the king of YouTube for years now, and literally has over 500 million subscribers.
500
mil. To be honest, I can low-key see him becoming the president one day. Here are the YouTubers that have...
Hey, bro, if Mr. Beast becomes the president, he's gonna put the entire country into a Mr. Beast challenge, bro. Perfectly satisfying photos. Okay, nice. Ooh, right through the hole. Okay, fits perfectly in the cup. Seagull on a no seagull sign. Vaseline. Buns, okay. Drinks, nice. Nice.
Not one because of the end?
Nah. I see a lot of people saying they hate Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast has haters. Actually, yeah, Mr. Beast does have haters. He does. You're right.
Boys that quietly disappeared. Part 7. I'm going to unlock a memory in 3, 2, 1.
Butterfly.
Guitar Hero. Some might not say it's a toy, but it's
oh yeah, I've heard of this.
Actually labeled as a toy. It was pretty much just a giant guitar controller
Josh,
for a video
bus.
game. Also, I can't leave out Dance Dance Revolution. I know you.
Yeah, that one's iconic.
You all remember that too. This is when interactive video games were peak. Next, only 1990s and 2000s kids will remember
this. What is this?
It's the Elephant, which was literally an elephant that shot out butterflies and you had to catch them. I know.
Never seen that ever.
I know it sounds super bizarre, but it was actually pretty fun. Finally, somebody recently told me that kids today don't use and don't even know how to jump on a pogo stick anymore, which is truly sad.
That's so, you just jump. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard.
Because pogo sticks are iconic.
I haven't used one, but I definitely know how to use one. You know what I mean?
These are school habits that don't work in college. First,
Shannon,
there's asking for permission. In school, you raise your hand to use the bathroom. In college, if you do that in a massive lecture hall, the professor just stares at you confused. Then there's taking perfect notes. In school, teachers wait for you to finish writing. In college, they fly through 80 slides in 3 minutes, so you just sit there taking blurry photos of the screen. But the worst one is the sick day. In school, your mom calls the office and you're excused. In college, you send an apology email with actual medical records attached, and the professor just replies, "Who's this?" These are school habits that don't work in college.
I don't think they really care in college, bro. They really don't care. 789K, let's go. All right, that's 200 Robux to give away at the end of the stream. And the next sub goal is 790,000. Let's see if we can hit it. Denise, stay with the laughing disco.
Everyone forgets their dreams the moment they wake up. So when a boy named Dean realized he could remember his, he became the only person who could see the future. Every night, his mind showed him tomorrow. A car crash before it happened. A winning number before it was drawn. He used it to get rich. He used it to stay one step ahead of everyone. Nobody ever suspected him because suspecting someone meant believing dreams were real. For years, this felt like power. But one night, he dreamed of his own funeral. His wife cried. He saw his own gravestone. The date on it was only 3 days from now. He tried everything to change it. He stayed inside. He avoided the world completely. On the third day, sitting alone in a locked room, his heart simply stopped. That's when Dean understood the cruelest part of his gift. He could see everyone else's future, but he could never change his own. In this world, everyone forgets their dreams.
Wait, that's deep. What in the world? That's very deep.
Welcome to...
Wait, that's very deep?
I didn't realize...
Like Verity? Like 3 days? Verity? Okay. I'm trying to connect the dots or something, bro. I don't know.
I think I'm lying, but the way kids treat school laptops should be considered a federal crime. The kid...
I don't think you're lying. That's a complete fact. Isabella, think of laughing disco.
Next to me is somehow playing Fortnite at max settings on a school laptop. But the second...
Yeah, it's
You guys know that game, Find the Chomix, where you just gotta find Chomix? Well, it turns out there's a practice game solely meant to help you find these things. But...
what's the point of a practice game? Kalinix, save the live from disco.
Why? Well, even though you can find most Chomix pretty easily, for you to get all 970 of them, you need to be built different. Because for you to just click one of the Chomix, you need to be, and I'm not making this up, the Tower of Elongated Farts, ranked at
Elongated Farts? Obama difficulty?
Obama tier difficulty, which isn't even
Luffy,
the
they
worst
stay
part,
hydrated.
Beating the tower has taken people 20 minutes, so just don't fall. You guys know that game...
Yo, what? One Piece, they have the red card. Sonic, they have the life and disco.
Your dealer handed you a catalog.
Alright. Interesting. Why is he... That's cake? Yo, wait, that actually looks like a can. Wait, oh my gosh. That's a really realistic cake. Holy. Mary, thank you for the red card. Oh my gosh, wait, I didn't even notice that at first. It's an owl. Wait, what? Whoa. Okay, cool clouds. We got eggs in the basket. I didn't know eggs were that color. Red to white. Like a little thing in here. Try something live in disco. Does this bread have legs? GD player, thank you for the turn hub.
The night after I got caught sneaking out to see my boyfriend, 2 men ripped me out of my bed at 4 in the morning. Get dressed. You're coming with us. My mom was standing in the doorway watching while I was shaking in fear. Mom, please don't do this. She shook her head. This is for your own good. They took me to a place for troubled teens in the desert, where a woman with dead eyes took my phone and my shoelaces. Welcome to your new home. You'll thank us when this is over, if you survive the program. The first day I was there, they made all of us run outside in 100-degree heat. I felt like I was going to throw up, and when a girl collapsed on the ground, the coach stepped over her. Nobody stops running. We ran around her body for 20 minutes before security dragged her off the field. She had to go to the hospital to be treated for a heat stroke. In group therapy, if you did not cry at the right moment, they would surround you and scream in your face. Tell us why you're such a worthless disappointment to everyone who loves you. They made us eat dog food from cans and punished kids by locking them in a dark basement with nothing but uncooked rice to eat. After 3 months, the director pulled me into his office.
Did she really deserve that for sneaking out once, bro?
Your mother is visiting next week. You are going to smile and tell her this place saved your life. If you tell her the truth, I will put you in that basement myself. Are we clear? I felt my stomach sink as I nodded. He put his hand on my shoulder and nodded. Smart girl. That night, I tore a page from my journal and wrote everything down while my roommate kept watch. I wrote about all of the abuse and punishments, then I folded it until it was small enough to hide in my palm. When my mom walked into the visiting room, I smiled and said every lie they taught me while the guards stood 6 feet away, watching. The program is amazing, Mom. I understand now why my behavior hurt you. Then I said I needed the bathroom, and she walked me there. The second the door closed, I pushed the note into her hand. Read this right now. She read every word without her face changing once. She folded it, put it in her purse, and washed her hands slowly at the sink. When she turned around, she smiled at me. You think I don't know what kind of place this is? That's why I picked it. Now you'll think twice before sneaking out to see that boyfriend of yours. The night
So her mom's just cruel. Her mom's just an evil mastermind, bro. Are we serious, bro? Also, why is her mom's eyebrows like that?
Now you'll think
they're like a V shape. It's crazy. I don't even know, man. Best drink: Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Fanta, Red Bull, Mountain Dew.
What do you want, whiskey?
Hey. Dude, water is the best drink. Hands down. Period. David the Corgi. Holy W water at it. Yeah, water's goated, man. We love water.
At the cosplay event, a woman in full anime costume grabbed my arm, told me to pose with her, and
I'm sorry, what? Did you just say Wait. Hold on. Let's go back here.
At the cosplay event, a woman in full anime costume grabbed my arm, told me to pose with her, and buried her face in my shoulder for the photo. I laughed and asked who she was supposed to be. She didn't answer. She pulled me in tighter and told me to keep smiling. Somebody took the picture. Then she said, again, one arm locked around my waist, her wig against my neck. I said I thought we were done. She said, give it a minute. Her hands were shaking inside the gloves. She wasn't looking at the camera. She was looking past me, down the aisle, over my shoulder. Then she said it into my ear, quiet, still smiling. A man had been following her booth to booth for 3 hours. She was a famous influencer, and he had been watching her account for months. And she'd posted she would be here today. That's how he knew where to stand. So she wanted to blend in with the crowd by taking a photo with me. He walked right past us. At the cosplay event,
that makes sense. Makes sense,
I'm
bro.
not shocked.
Make me... Okay.
If Elon Musk offered you this challenge, would you accept?
Mateo,
he gives you
red
24 hours to spend $1 trillion.
Easy.
His net worth. If you succeed, you keep everything. But if you're even $1 short, he sends you to Mars alone. First, I'll buy 1,000 tons of gold for $100 billion.
Easy.
Then, I'll buy every private island.
I just buy all the Robux, bro. I'd buy all the Robux possible.
For sale for another 100 billion. Next, I'll build 100 Burj Khalifas for 150 billion. And finally, I'll buy 1,000 private jets for 80 billion. The total comes to just 430 billion. Not even close to beating the challenge.
Bro, spend it on Robux, you get a million, like a bajillion Robux, actually.
Do you remember?
Come on now.
The last guest.
Fall back, soldiers! There's too many of them! No, I'm not giving up until every last one of them is dead, or until I am.
What a pleasure it is to meet you, the last guest. Any last words?
Yeah,
Holy peak.
We are here today to honor the brave and heroic actions of a fallen soldier.
Holy peak, bro. The last guest.
Do you remember the last guest?
Oh man, yeah, that is something, man. I remember watching that. I love that. I love that entire movie, bro.
Meet the greatest yapper of all time. Here goes the...
Okay.
Guess the famous music artist from these emojis. A black and pink heart.
Blackpink.
Blackpink, easily. Yep,
there we go.
Easy. Next is an evil rabbit.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny. Yeah, come on,
These
give
are
me
so
some
easy.
hard ones. Oh, okay.
Never mind, there's 5 of them. 1 in the world. Yo, I'm thinking this is 2 words. We got a train, we got rain, we got and then we got a car, and then we got a painter.
Rain, a car, painter? I don't know this one. Time's up. Sabrina Carpenter.
Wait, why is this? Oh, this is a sub. Oh, sub, rain, Oh.
Sub, rain, green. Oh, that's a good one. A freezing emoji and the play button. Chill.
Coldplay.
Oh, Coldplay!
Yeah.
That was a good one. Okay, a can, eggplant, llama, R.
Kendrick Lamar.
Can, eggplant, llama, R. Lamar. Kendrick Lamar! Yeah! What's the eggplant for, though?
I'm actually too good at this.
Halloween, Sun.
Michael Jackson.
Halloween.
Michael Jackson.
What's this one? Wait, what? Michael Jackson. Mike L.
That's a good one.
Jack-o'-lantern, son. Oh, that's so good.
I got it from the Mike and L. Mike L.
This list, how many did you get correct? Guess the famous music.
Nice, though. Nice.
A man
Jason, Dave the sub.
And a little girl were sitting beside each other on the flight I was attending, but they didn't look related at all. The girl was staring at the floor, and when I looked closer, I noticed an odd-looking bracelet on her wrist. Something felt wrong, so during the next pass, I stopped and asked for her name. He turned to her and said, "You can tell her your name, sweetie," almost like he was giving her permission to speak. The girl wouldn't raise her head and quietly muttered, "Olivia." The man smiled, and I felt something inside me scream I couldn't explain. I told one of my colleagues, "The girl in row 11 doesn't look like the man beside her." She also barely responded to her own name. Something is wrong there, but she
could be adopted.
Could be adopted. Don't overthink it. I told another flight attendant, but she said, "Listen, you can't accuse passengers because of a feeling. Drop it before you get yourself fired." But during the next pass, I noticed the girl's shoes. They were way too big for her and had missing laces. They couldn't have been hers. I freaked out and immediately asked the captain if we should call police. Call police over shoes? Absolutely not. A false accusation ends both your career and mine. The girl is fine. She's too scared to even look at me. Some kids are shy. Get back to service now, and if you bring this up again, you're fired. I walked back to the cabin feeling like I was crazy. I was about to let it go, but then I saw the girl trying to take the bracelet off her wrist while the man wasn't looking. He caught her and put it back on her. Remember what I said, the bracelet stays on. It's how I know where you are. I immediately went to the back and pulled out my phone. I searched for missing girls in the area matching her age and description, and instantly a match came up. Amber Alert put out 2 days ago, her exact face. I went into the cockpit and picked up the radio to call police. The captain spun around. I told you no, you're getting fired. He went to grab the radio off me.
Jackson Block, save the $1.
But I showed him the missing photo and pointed to the girl in row 11. His face dropped,
and
I radioed police immediately. The second that plane landed, officers rushed in the cabin and handcuffed the man. He started protesting, "This is my daughter. That's ridiculous." But they escorted him out. The girl came with them, but on her way out, she ran up to me and hugged me. "Thank you," she said through tears. "That's not my dad. He told me we were going on holiday to an island. I was so scared. I told her everything was okay." She let go, and while walking out with the officers, took off her bracelet and threw it in the bin. He could no longer track her. A man and a little girl.
Fire. I like reading from the Uncle Alert.
Rare images that will...
Nice.
If you were trapped
getting a supporter credit code, they've life discount.
Underwater without an air tank, there is a bizarre medical way you could survive without ever using your lungs.
Eli,
but it requires turning your blood completely green. You see, normally, without breathing, your brain shuts down in minutes. But scientists recently performed a terrifyingly brilliant experiment. They took subjects completely deprived of oxygen and injected living, bright green algae directly into their veins. When they shined a light on their skin, the plant cells inside their blood began to photosynthesize, pumping fresh oxygen directly into the brain and restarting their failing heart.
Whoa.
This bizarre science is fully adapted for humans. You wouldn't ever need to take a single breath again as long as you are standing in the sun. If you were trapped underwater...
Wait, that would be cool. Wait, what? I mean, like automatic breathing?
In this world...
Don't we already do that? I don't know. Sleep styles with Uncle Alert.
Everyone waits at a bus stop. You're born on the bench. Nobody has ever seen the bus, but everyone knows it's coming. And when it comes, it takes you to the life you're supposed to have. So people wait. Your parents waited. Their parents waited. Some people sit on that bench for 60 years and die still watching the road. Behind the stop is the dark, and nobody goes there. Because what if the bus comes while you're gone? Then one day you stand up and walk into the dark. 10 steps in, you find it. The bus was parked there. Engine warm. Every seat empty. But the driver's seat is empty too. Taped to the wheel is a note. Nobody is coming to drive this. It only moves if you move it. You sit down and finally understand what everyone has thrown their lives away on. The bus was never late. It was never lost. It was just waiting for you to stop being a passenger. In this world, everyone...
Wait, that's deep. That's like it's like a metaphor. You know what I mean? That's you gotta take action to your own hands. You know? I don't know.
How many pennies are in this room? So last night, Mr. Beast posted on X saying the first person to reply with the exact number of pennies and
that looks about like maybe 10 pennies high, and I would say this room looks like about 20 feet by 20 feet. So if we were to do the calculations there, I would say approximately like 8 million. Is 8 million too much?
And this room wins $10,000.
8 million pennies?
Well, my immediate guess was 10 million because he's giving out $10,000, but he claims no one has guessed the number yet correctly, and a lot of people said 10 million, so I had to do some calculations. Well, given that there's not much in the room, I'd say that the couch is around 7.5 feet long, meaning the entire room, if you were to compare it to the couch, is around 900 square feet. And the average depth of the pennies is about 3 inches deep, but given that 17 pennies stacked on top of each other equals an inch, I can confidently say that my estimate is 8,734,000.
Okay, I guess about 8 million. All right.
Mr. Beast, let me know how I did.
I want to see what the actual number is, but okay.
If someone falls off the safari ride, the driver won't stop. They'll speed up. Because in that moment, it's already too late.
Why are there actual alligators in there?
1 second they're there, the next, a crocodile has pulled them under the water. And if the driver stopped, a family member would jump in to help. Then another and another, until one death becomes several. So, a former worker claims that they're trained to radio for help and speed away. If some...
Oh, so just leave them to die. Got it. Bro saw this and said, yeah, the Huz is gonna love this. Let me post this real quick. Yeah, you do you, bro.
Everyone knows the name Harambe, but only few know why it really became one of the internet's most heartbreaking stories.
Harambe!
In 2016, a little boy slipped past the barrier at the Cincinnati Zoo and accidentally fell into the gorilla enclosure below. Then Harambe, a massive silverback gorilla, slowly approached him. The crowd erupted into chaos, but the child was frozen in fear. Nobody knew what Harambe was going to do next. At times, he stood over the boy like he was guarding him, but with an animal that powerful, even one sudden move could have been dangerous. Zoo workers had only seconds to make an impossible choice, and then one shot ended it. The child survived. Harambe did not. But what made the story impossible to forget was that nobody walked away feeling like there was a winner. Just a little boy who lived, a gorilla who died, and a tragedy where nobody truly won. Almost.
Yeah, that's sad. I don't know. I don't know.
Even after
Harambe was a goat.
Bro's playing on McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Gee, think of the sub. Bro's reaction time?
I bet no one remembers this.
Do you remember this map? Wait, what's this? Wait, what is this map? Wait, what? I've never seen this map before. Is it MM2?
Toothpaste ads be light. You just wanna She ain't lying.
Camper. How am I camping when I don't have a tent?
Bro's playing on McDonald's.
And then she proceeds to drop kick her out of the map? What in the world? Original, think about disco.
In the middle of a test, the sprinklers started spraying. Everyone instantly screamed, "Ah!" But I realized it wasn't water spraying on us. Someone yelled, "What is this? What is on us?" We all tried to stand up and run, but everyone was slipping. The alarm blared, and the principal yelled on the speaker,
"That's not water."
"Everyone needs to get out of the building immediately. There is an active threat inside." But just before we could get out, our teacher stepped in the way. He said, "Wait, I think I just saw the threat out there." But the hall was empty. "There's nobody out there. Let us out." I tried to grab the handle, but he slapped my hand. "No, nobody's leaving." Everyone was coughing, and that's when I realized I liked the smell.
Why wouldn't he let you out?
Oh my god, it was gasoline. Half the class rushed over to the windows, but we couldn't just jump out
Oh, you're on the third floor.
Because we were on the third floor. Stacy yelled, "Please, let us out. We have
toe reveal." I'm not doing a toe reveal, bro. No, that's not happening.
To make a run for it, but he just stood there. He just said, 30 more seconds. Everyone was confused. "What? We need to go. We'll die from the fumes." But he just smiled. 20. "What if a fire starts? We'll all burn." 10 seconds. A girl yelled, "Ah, it's in my eyes. I can't see." It was complete chaos until our teacher reached for the lock. He turned it. The door clicked open and someone walked in. "Thanks for letting me in, Dad." Stacy yelled, "Dad, you have a son?" They both turned around, locking eyes straight onto me. We all started backing up, and when I saw the guy's face, my heart sank. I recognized him. He pointed straight at me and said, You put me in jail for 5 years. Now it's finally time to get revenge." I couldn't believe my eyes. This was the same guy I had called the police on 5 years ago. He had tried to rob my grandma at gunpoint and had been waiting to get
Oh, this guy's a track record, bro.
Get me back. We watched him pull something out of his pocket and hold it up, and we saw it was a Bic lighter. Everyone started panicking because one tiny flame, and we'd all immediately burn. I yelled, "No, please, you'll kill us all." He just smiled. He started flicking, and we all yelled, "Stop, please, we'll all die." He flicked over and over, and I knew I had to stop him before it worked. "Please, my grandma was all I had. I didn't mean to make you suffer." And when I said that, I saw our teacher look at me, but he looked upset. We were all crying, and I saw him really looking at his son like he didn't know who he was. Flick, flick. Then finally, it caught a flame. He held it up, but I saw our teacher pick up the fire extinguisher from the wall. I knew there was no way that tiny thing would save us from the fire, but his son said, "This is for what you did, for putting me in prison with those diddlers. Say goodbye." But
Wait, diddlers? Yo, what?
Before he dropped the lighter, our teacher raised the fire extinguisher, and in one moment, he slammed it down on his son's head hard. His son instantly fell over, and our teacher stood there.
The lighter!
Panting. He was crying.
The lighter!
"I'm so sorry. I failed all of you. My son was a monster." The police ran in and grabbed him.
Did he not still have the lighter in his hand?
And he looked at me one more time with tears in his eyes as they took him out. In the middle of a test.
Hold on, go back real quick. I swear. Yeah, if you threw him down with the lighter in his hand, wouldn't everything just burn either? I don't know, man.
Anytime you control your avatar, your body is always right side up. But what if you accidentally became upside down?
How do you accidentally do that?
It looks kind of silly. But when you move around, your legs do this. But your arms are a whole different story. If you try to equip an item, you actually hold it backwards. Meaning for tools like swords, if you want to attack someone, you gotta turn your camera around. But do not use a rocket launcher, because since the rocket now fires from behind you, you can do the math. Anytime you can.
Oh yeah, that'd be funny.
The World Cup that never happened. Most of us know that Russia has been banned from playing in the World Cup since 2022. Saying that in 2025, reports came out that Russia wanted to start up an alternate World Cup. Yeah.
A Timu World Cup?
I'm not even kidding.
Shoulder reveal? We're not doing a shoulder reveal. All right, feet reveal. All right, go. All right, guys, y'all are getting a little bit crazy.
That we're going to be invited to this alternate World Cup were all of the ones that didn't make the 2026 World Cup, meaning it would be India, China, North Korea, and more countries. Imagine that.
If North Korea immediately lost that too, they would crash out.
Also, it was reported that they were going to hold this alternate World Cup at the exact same time as the real World Cup. Now, obviously, it just stayed as a proposal because there's no alternate World Cup happening right now. The World Cup that...
Yeah. Bathroom reveal, a hair reveal, middle finger reveal.
If this...
Teeth reveal. Yeah, all right, chat. Y'all, okay. Y'all just tell me to reveal everything, huh?
This volcano doesn't erupt right now. That's an F for the semester.
Bro, imagine if you could see how much Robux other players have. Part 2. You join a game.
You would get hacked immediately.
And the first thing you do? Look at everyone's balance. You see people with 0 Robux, 150 Robux.
All right, I can do a breath reveal right now. All right, guys, smell this. Smell this. How's my breath smell?
64 Robux. Nothing too crazy. But then, a guy starts flexing, showing off his expensive avatar, his hats, his dance moves. But nobody cares, because his balance says 1 Robux. Yeah, he's got no Robux to donate anyways. Then, a random bacon hair walks past.
Yo, why is everyone saying ew? Stinky. Ew. Smells like eggs. Alright, bro.
You didn't think much of it. Until somebody shouts, 50 million Robux!
50 mil?
That bacon hair has 50 million Robux.
Kelly, they've left
Suddenly, everyone runs to the bacon hair. Then, after the update, Robux sales increase by 200%. People start buying more Robux. Because now, if you don't have Robux, everyone knows it. And some players even get bullied for it. But me, I don't care. Because me and my friends all have 0 Robux. We're all poor. So nobody can make fun of anyone.
Yeah, I just have 0 Robux, man. I have 0 Robux, you know, no Robux at all, you know. Light work.
A father kicked
Kidding.
his son out of the house for choosing a career without future, refusing to fund a business with no future. The son left with nothing but a backpack and never looked back. Years passed. The father's business collapsed, and the bank auctioned off the family building he'd built his whole life around. At the auction, a buyer outbid everyone without hesitation, claiming the business for himself. The father later found an envelope waiting for him at his old front door with a key on it. Behind him, the son appeared, smiling. You gave me nothing, so I bought back everything you had just for you, Dad. A father kicked his son.
Oh, nice.
Can you legally destroy money?
You know.
When you go to the doctor and they...
Okay. Cool.
My sister gave our 6-year-old brother a Chinese candy bar, and he instantly started dying. Reagan had spent the last 2 years studying Mandarin in Beijing. She sent us pictures with her Chinese host parents, and had our dad send her $500 every month for spendings. But when our brother Max pulled a granola bar from her bag and asked, "Reagan, what does this mean?" she stared at the Chinese symbols with a confused look like she didn't know a single word. My hands instantly trembled, because Reagan was a compulsive liar from the day she was born. I watched her stutter, chocolate and oats and honey, and watched Max ask if there were any peanuts. Reagan shook her head. Nope, no peanuts anywhere.
He's loaded to peanuts, isn't he?
But when Max tore it open and took a bite, he instantly started wheezing. His lips swelled and his face turned red as he dropped to the floor. Reagan started freaking out, and when Dad came running and saw the unwrapped candy bar, Reagan instantly threw her hands in the air. I told Max the Chinese candy had peanuts, but he didn't listen.
Alright, bro. Alright. Are we serious, bro?
Gripped my head in horror.
Are we
and
serious?
Screamed back, "No, Reagan, you read the Chinese writing and told Max it was safe. You've spent 2 years in China. How could you not read if it had peanuts?" Reagan went red, but Dad was already on his knees calling the ambulance. At the hospital, Dad gripped Max's hand while I stood over Reagan in the corner. "Why didn't you tell Max the candy had peanuts?" That's when she broke down and started crying. I never went to Beijing. I spent the last 2 years in Bulgaria with my sugar daddy. I told Max...
What? Hold on. Holy plot twist.
There were no peanuts, so you'd think I learned Chinese and never know where I really was. I gripped my head as I realized she'd risked our brother's life to keep up her lie. Suddenly, Dad's phone dinged. A $25,000 wire transfer from Bulgaria. Reagan looked up through tears. My sugar daddy says sorry. My sister...
Wow. When you see the surgeon and it's your friend who used ChatGPT to pass their exams. So cooked, bro. You're cooked if
My
that
son's
happens.
principal called. We found something in
BDK,
your son's
give the uncle
backpack.
alert.
You need to come in immediately. I immediately ran to my car and drove to the school at 100 miles per hour while my heart pounded with adrenaline. When I got there, my son was staring at the floor looking extremely guilty, and I was already assuming the worst. What's wrong?
Sprite,
Did someone
give
get
us
hurt? The principal pointed at a stack of papers across the desk. We found these in your son's backpack during a locker check. I looked down and started going through it. College applications,
Jaden,
SAT prep notes. I laughed because it seemed like a joke. Is that all this is about? These aren't even my son's. He's 12 years old. That's what we thought. But a teacher confirmed the handwriting is his. We believe he's committing academic fraud, meaning we think he's getting paid doing someone else's homework for them. I looked at my son confused. Why do you have college applications in your backpack? He didn't look up. They're Jada's. Your older sister Jada. Why do you have her college applications? I could tell my questions were making him nervous because I wrote them for her. I write everything for her. Every homework assignment, every essay, for 2 years straight. My jaw dropped with a mixture of fear and shock. My 12-year-old son does my 18-year-old daughter's work. Son, why didn't you tell me? She told me if I told anyone she'd ruin my life. So I did every assignment she gave me. The principal picked up his phone. I'm calling her down right now. This is unacceptable. My son jumped out of his chair. No, please don't call her down. When the principal called her down anyway, he started wrestling him. Stop! And when it took almost all my strength to peel him off. Never seen him this emotional. Son, what is going on? I've never seen you act like this before. His lip quivered with fear, and before he could say anything, the door slammed open. Jada walked in and crossed her arms. Why was I pulled out of class? The principal pointed at the papers. Your brother told us everything. She looked at her brother and sighed like this was an inconvenience. I knew you would tell on me, but whatever. I don't care if it was wrong. He got me accepted to Harvard. I felt extremely disappointed in my daughter, and when I turned to see my son's reaction to all of this, I expected him to be sad. Instead, he was laughing. Jada looked worried. What's so funny? I said, yeah, why are you laughing? He kept laughing. You didn't get accepted to Harvard. I did. The room went silent. I wrote the truth in the application essay. I told them that me, a 12-year-old, wrote every single word of it. I told them I've been doing AP classes for 2 years. I put my phone number on the application. I didn't put your name anywhere. Jada's face got red. He looked at me. They called yesterday. Harvard accepted me. My daughter thought she was finessing him, but he was finessing her the whole time. My son's principal.
Yo, he's a mastermind, bro. By the way, we hit the sub goal, guys. So that is 690K W's, man. 10,000 more to 800K, bro. 10,000 more to 800K. Next sub goal is 791,000. And we'll give away 400 Robux at the end of the stream.
Oh, imagine if your biggest hater owns
Billy,
Roblox.
they will let him cook.
Like that random guy at school who hates you for absolutely no reason. You join a game, but the second you spawn, everyone runs away from you. So you look above your head. You see a giant sign that says, play with this guy, and you lose all your Robux. So now, nobody talks to you. People leave the server when they see you.
If they have no Robux, then it's fine.
No friends. Until finally, a random bacon hair walks up to you and says, hi.
Join
At this moment, you feel like you just saw an angel. But then, bam! The hater owner is here, and he just banned the bacon hair for being nice. Bro, why are you even doing this? Then he replies, to make you suffer. So now, every game becomes impossible for you. You play a fighting game, your opponent gets god health, max speed, and the best equipment. You play an obby, the blocks randomly disappear the second you jump.
Alia, big sub.
Bro! Imagine if your biggest hater...
Pre-recorded fake, leave spam, L scammer.
How
I guess, bro.
Intensely do you need to pee in order to make the toilet flush without pressing the handle? Well, first you would need over a gallon of pee in your body.
I could do that.
And it would have to shoot out at around 65 miles per hour. When it hit the bowl,
Gabriel, give this uncle alert.
It would go straight into the bend in the pipes, creating a sucking effect that would pull the rest of the water down with it. How intense?
Yeah, that's easy. That's light work, light work. I could do that easily. Easily, bro.
Pouring what I thought was
Elizabeth, they have a red card.
Cookout when my cousin Marcus slapped the cup out of my hand. Are you drinking that? Yeah, I already had 3 cups. Marcus went from confused to completely horrified. Oh no, how many did you have? Just a few, Marcus. Relax. I had no clue why he was freaking out over lemonade. Then he spun around and screamed for my mom. Aunt Dana, get over here right now. She ran over, saw the empty cup, and froze. No, please tell me he didn't drink that. He drank it, at least 3 cups. My mom started shaking, and my dad sprinted over from the grill. This wasn't supposed to happen. I thought we moved that one. What was in the cup? What's wrong? They kept whispering. Who knows what this could do to him? He is 9. This is so bad. My sister ran up, saw which container I had...
What he drank?
Poured from and gasped. He drank from that one? My mom nodded, crying, and my sister started hyperventilating. We are going to urgent care right now. That was when I started crying, because urgent care meant I was dying. The whole ride there, my sister kept giggling in the back seat. This isn't funny. I could be dying. She just said, I know, I know. At the clinic, my mom whispered something to the nurse, whose eyes went wide. The doctor came in, shook his head, and whispered to my mom. When she put her face in her hands, I lost it. What did
Benjamin, give the sub.
I drink? Then my sister blurted out. It was the dog's bathwater. The nurse burst out.
I'm sorry, what?
In her hands, I lost it. What did I drink? Then my sister blurted out. It was the dog's bathwater. The nurse.
So let me get this straight. They put the dog's bathwater and they put it in a lemonade cup. Is that what they did? That's the smartest idea?
A backyard cookout.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
She put her face in her hands. I lost it. What did I drink? Then my sister blurted out. It was the dog's bathwater.
Very
the nurse
smart.
burst out laughing. And now I can't look at my dog without gagging. I was pouring what I...
Never make the...
Gosh, man. Oh my
Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. My youngest dropped by the campfire.
Lil Ligma, they have the sub.
Screaming and clutching his right side, and we were 2 hours from the nearest hospital. The dispatcher on the phone said no ambulance could reach us for 2 hours, and the appendix was about to rupture. Everyone froze around the fire.
That happened to me. My appendix blew up, bro.
But my oldest was already sterilizing the camp knife in the flames. Dad, I got this. I know what I'm doing. This is my field of expertise, if you will. His mom grabbed his wrist.
Do not, bro. When I had my appendix blow up, bro, it was the worst pain known to mankind, bro. It was
You're
so
not
bad.
Cutting a kid open with a camp knife, but I didn't know if we had a choice. I turned to her. Honey, you know our oldest has ADHD, and he had a hyperfixation with medical textbooks. We have to trust him. My little one's screaming went quiet, and his eyes rolled back, and my wife was trembling. My oldest knelt over him and poured a water bottle on his hands.
Olivia,
tell me where to cut. The dispatcher's voice broke up through the speaker. Find the bony point on his right hip. Go 2 inches toward the belly button. But my son's knife was already moving before she finished. He opened a small cut, blood welled up, and his hand stayed dead steady while everyone behind him looked away. A minute later, he lifted something small and red out of the cut, dropped it in the dirt, and my little one's breathing evened out. My wife buried her face in my shoulder. I can't watch. The paramedics reached us an hour later and rushed my youngest into the hospital. The surgeon came out afterward, shaking his head. Whoever took that out in the field did it textbook, cleanest I've ever seen. My oldest looked up from the medical textbook he was reading for fun. Appendix is one of the easy ones. Let's just be glad it wasn't something like a thoracic aortic dissection repair. Now
yeah, whatever that is. Yeah.
That I wouldn't have been able to do. My youngest...
Hey, W for that.
Ever since Clara was a kid, she lived in a loop. Whenever she made a mistake, got embarrassed, or failed, her day would instantly reset back to 6 a.m. The first time it happened, she was only 8 years old.
Wait, what?
She spilled juice all over her favorite dress at breakfast, blinked, and suddenly woke up in her bed with the morning sun shining through her window. As she grew older, Clara became utterly obsessed with perfection. She spent her life walking on eggshells, trying to live a flawless day without a single slip-up. She forced herself to get perfect grades, say the exact right things, and never show any weakness. But the pressure was suffocating. If she dropped a pencil, she had to relive the entire day. To stop the endless...
If she dropped a pencil?
...loops, she isolated herself completely. She stopped making friends and pushed everyone away to avoid the risk of making a mistake. She was trapped in a prison of her own mind. Then, during a massive class presentation, Clara tripped over a cord. Her papers flew everywhere, tears stinging her eyes, bracing herself for the inevitable blink that would send her back to 6 a.m. But instead of laughing, her classmate walked over, helped her up, and smiled, saying, "Hey, we all mess up sometimes." She closed her eyes, waiting for the loop, but the clock kept ticking forward. That's when Clara finally understood. The universe never demanded perfection.
Sarah,
she just needed to learn how to forgive herself. Ever since
Fireman.
A group of 5th grade
I just watched this.
Girls decided to kill their friend after he hugged another girl at school.
I'm sorry, what? He just hugged another girl.
They called it cheating, and their plan was to get him alone in the school bathroom, put on gloves, and punish him for his betrayal. The group leader then said she would write a horrible note afterward and leave it with the body, so it would look like he did it to himself. The plan was fully formed and ready to go, but they made a big mistake. You see, they were talking about it in the school cafeteria, and another girl overheard them and went speechless. She told her parents as soon as she arrived home, and they called 911. The next morning, police came to the school and arrested the group, and they were each sentenced to a juvenile correctional facility for 5 years. A group of...
Wait, what? That actually happened? Wait, what? Bro, I thought that was fake. No. That's a true story. Bro, what in the world? Holy buns. Oh, nice. I was about to say. Okay, cool. Satisfying. Yes. Nice. Perfect circle right here. 6 egg yolks. Or is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7. 6. Yeah. Oh. I didn't say that.
A horse slipped and fell into a deep pit.
R.I.P.
They gave him the underwear before dressing in his costume at Disney
What do you mean
World.
they gave him the underwear?
And at the end of the day, he handed them back. And the other performers did the same. Now, they were supposed to be washed, but the next day, some of the underwear...
Hold on. Are they wearing the same underwear? They better not.
Where still smelled bad. And soon, workers started itching, claiming they caught lice and scabies from the dirty clothes. After months of complaints, Disney finally agreed to give workers their own underwear.
Ethan, I thought laughing disco. Also, why did they not have their own underwear in the first place? Is it that hard to give people their own underwear? What? That's disgusting, man. Gabriel, take laughing disco. Or take the
opioid
red card.
My teacher pulled my desk into the hallway again today and told the whole class I was too stupid to take the test with them. Everyone started laughing while I sat alone outside the door. This had been happening for 2 months. Every test she pointed at my failing grade and said, some kids just aren't smart enough. I kept telling her I couldn't read anything on the board, but she just said, stop making excuses. But one morning a girl in my class started recording her on her phone because she thought it had gone too far. Then one day we had a substitute teacher and he noticed me squinting at the board. So he moved my desk to the front row for the test. 30 minutes later, I handed it in with every single answer correct. He looked at my old grades and asked how long I'd been sitting in the back. I told him everything that had been going on, and he instantly took me to the principal's office and the girl who recorded the video. My teacher was fired the same day, and I got glasses to see better. My teacher...
Nice, bro. I don't know if they're laughing disco.
Get Dad. He's right around the corner. Run! I screamed it at a little boy, and my dad was 3 miles away at work. I was walking home from my shift, wiped out, when I saw my little brother's friend up ahead with his blue backpack, walking by himself. He'd been over at our place 100 times. I lifted my hand to wave, but across the street, a man in a gray jacket was keeping pace with him. When the boy crouched to fix his strap, the man stopped too and stared down at his phone. When the boy turned onto Memorial Street, a quiet road with no shops and nobody around, the man crossed over and turned after him. I followed, telling myself he probably just lived down there. Then the boy glanced back, saw him, and started walking faster, so the man sped up. I was a few steps behind when his hand shot out toward the backpack strap. I ran. I got there a half second before he did and threw my shoulder into his chest, but it barely moved him. He was
this guy just looks creepy. You can tell by him, bro.
Foot taller than me and twice as wide, and his hand was already
twice as wide is crazy
for the boy. So I did the only thing I could think of. I screamed it as loud as I could, right past his shoulder. Dad, over here, hurry! Then I pushed the boy toward the corner. Go get Dad. He's right around the corner. Run! The boy took off, and the man froze. He had to be doing the math. A kid sprinting off for help. Me screaming my head off. A grown man about to come around that corner any second. He wasn't going to risk it, so he turned and ran the other way and didn't look back. I caught up to the boy at the corner. He was still shaking. I walked him home, saying sorry the whole way for yelling at him. His mom opened the door before we reached the porch, and after I told her what happened, she called the police. When I described the gray jacket to the officer, he stopped writing. We've had 3 reports about this man in the last 2 weeks. Before I left, the boy tugged my sleeve. Thanks for yelling at me. He thanked me for the part I felt bad about. Go get Dad. He's right.
Nice.
Hey, China.
When I joined the game as an innocent, I started walking around and found a pile of dead bodies down there. I ran over and saw the murderer chasing the sheriff.
Why is this guy so hairy?
I had no idea what
and why is he in his underwear?
I was doing, so I ran in and juked the murderer using the flying emote, and it actually worked. Look, the murderer didn't even notice I was up there.
No. That's a game breaking. What?
Now I'm safe.
You can't do that.
But a few moments later, they were still chasing each other, so I tried the same trick again. Will I fool the murderer one more time? It actually worked, but the sheriff got...
That's actually hacks, bro.
...killed right in front of me. I can't just stand here. I have to grab the gun and take out the murderer. Will I pull it off? When I joined...
That's actually... No, that's unfair. That's unfair. That's so unfair. No, what? When you're being targeted and your sister joins? I don't have a sister.
Who do you think you are? Why are you trying to target him? Like, do you want me to pull up on you? I promise you, I'll come to the back of your house, I'll pull up on you. Do not target us. Also, you look like a drop. You stink. Your breath stinks. You look raggedy. Get out of it.
Nice. Perfectly satisfying images. Ooh. Nice. Nice. That's gotta be, I don't know if that's real. That's nice. That's nice. That's good. Oh, W sunset. W.
A little boy called the police every day from a public phone near his school.
Okay,
but whenever the operator answered, he never spoke. He only cried softly, then hung up. At first, police thought it was just a prank, but one operator noticed something strange. Every call happened right after school, just before the boy was picked up. So the next day, police waited nearby. When the boy called again, they watched a man take him into a car. The officers followed them, but the car didn't go to a house. It drove to an old warehouse outside town. Inside, police found several other children, all wearing the same school uniform. They called for backup, then stormed in and arrested the man. But the worst part came later. The man who picked him up every day was not his father. He wasn't anyone's father. And inside the warehouse, police found a list of children's names, with pickup dates already planned. That boy wasn't the first, and if he hadn't called the police, he wouldn't have been the last. A little boy called the police.
Oh, what? Oh, nice. I mean, why did he not just speak? Like,
Carlos flipped me the little baggie under the lunch
Cyclone,
table. Take these before your exam, and I promise you'll pass. My hand stopped halfway to the baggie. I thought about every red F I'd gotten this semester. My teacher pulling me aside to ask if everything was okay at home, when really I was just stupid, and my parents telling me I was one bad grade away from losing my car for good. That was all it took. I closed my fingers around the bag before I could change my mind. I stood in my bathroom the next morning staring at the little blue pill in my palm. My hand was shaking, and I knew the second I swallowed it, I was officially that kid, the one they warned us about in assemblies. Then I thought about losing the car, and I washed it down before I could change my mind. The first day, nothing. I figured Carlos had ripped me off. The second day, I sat down to study, and 2 hours vanished. The formulas that had looked like alphabet soup for 6 months suddenly made sense. I did every practice problem in the textbook that week. And
if only it was this easy, bro.
And I got every answer right.
Haley,
I felt like a different person, and I was terrified everyone could see it on my face. I walked into that final and finished 20 minutes early without second-guessing one answer. 2 days later, I got the test back. There was an A at the top. Then I saw the red ink at the bottom. See me after class. I walked up to the teacher's desk like I was walking to my own funeral. She slid the test across her desk. You went from a D- to an A in 2 weeks. I've been teaching long enough to know that doesn't happen on its own. If there's something you want to tell me, now is the time. I broke. I told her everything. Carlos, the pills, all of it. I pulled the plastic bag out of my backpack with both hands shaking and
bro, why'd you fess up, bro? You could've just said you locked in.
Set it on her desk. She picked up the bag and looked at me. Then she popped one in her mouth and chewed it. I screamed and lunged across her desk. She held up a hand. She was laughing. These are sweet tarts. I used to eat these as a kid. She popped another one in her mouth. You passed that test on your own. Carlos was waiting outside the classroom laughing before I even got the door open, and I grabbed him by the shoulder. Why would you do that? He shrugged. Because you're smarter than you think you are. You just never would have believed me if I told you.
Red shot, Carlos. Red card. Hey, W Carlos, maybe Carlos was the good guy.
Okay, this is my
maybe. Sorry, they have the sub. Animal Hospital logic be like.
Office. Oh, you must be the new hire. I'm Dr. Harlow. Some advice: if things get strange, just keep working anyway. See ya. Wait, doctor, why do I have to drink this coffee to heal myself? Why not med kit or bandages? You're not healing yourself with coffee. You're restoring your sanity. But why would I die if my sanity runs out? That doesn't make sense. Because I
Ontario,
said so.
they have the laughing
Go do this job and go save that patient. Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. Idiot. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Andre, they have the sub.
Let me get your blood.
This is pretty much what happens. Canadian.
Canadian.
Yo, the first time I played this game, I got a patient and it said the issue was Canadian. Bro, I'm Canadian. Is this discrimination, bro? What are we doing?
I'll be right back. I'll get your medication. Maple syrup, maple syrup.
What's wrong with being Canadian?
I'll get bandages as well. You might need it. Okay, I'm back. Maple syrup. Oh, recovering. I noticed some bleeding as well. I'm just gonna get you some bandages. Here you go. What the hell? Oh man.
Dies immediately from bandages.
And this game makes no sense. I'm here for an appointment. Oh yeah, just a sec. I gotta get some coffee. What's taking so long? Just a minute, please.
John, they have the sub.
I said just a sec, bro. I'm right here. Hello? Hello? Oh my! Shut up! What the hell was that?
Dang, they have the
okay,
uncle alert. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Canadian. I'm Canadian too. Check it out.
Step 1. Step 2.
That was not the skill, bro.
Simba Pocket donated $4.09.
They have the $5. Wait, what'd you say? I don't know what that donation said. Oh, vegan teachers live, not promoting, but you should say eat. Tell it to eat meat.
I literally got Robux. I'm not even joking. Let me show you how I did it. Before I show you.
Okay, hold on. First of all, before we watch this, I can't because it'll just give her more attention, and I don't want to give her more attention. You know.
I think that's worth a like and a subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I'm just a small creator, and we should help each other out. All right.
So is this guy talking about free Robux?
Enough yapping. I'll show you exactly what I did. By the way, if you comment, I will personally respond to you. Don't believe me? Then try it. All right. Here's what I did. Insane bat troll tower.
This is cap.
Make sure you press the right one, otherwise it won't work.
I'm calling her right now.
Make sure it's this one. When you beat the game, it will be there. Play for 7 days in a
7 days in a row and it'll give tons.
And it will give tons.
This guy's scamming. Wait. Oh my gosh, wait. This is the same guy we reported before. Wait. Hold on. We reported this guy before. No. This guy's the same guy who keeps making those scams. Hold on.
Bro, how is nobody doing this? I literally got Robux. I'm not even joking. Let me...
Wait,
Bro,
no.
How is nobody doing this? I literally got Robux. I'm not even joking. Let me show you how I did it. Bro,
this guy's the scammer. This guy's literally the scammer. David the Corgi. Wait.
I literally got... Bro, how is nobody doing this? I literally got Robux. I'm not even joking. Bro, how is nobody doing this? I literally got Robux. I'm not... Bro, how is nobody doing this?
We reported this guy before, bro. How is he still on the platform? What? No. Hold on.
Bro, how is nobody doing this? I literally got Robux.
Yeah, we're reporting this guy. That's it. You're getting banned, buddy. You're getting banned. Report. Here we go. We're reporting this guy. We're gonna go. Hateful. Where's the spam? I don't know. Okay, we'll just do this. This guy is scamming his viewers by telling him to, or telling them to go play this Roblox game on Roblox for 7 days to get quote-unquote free Robux. However, he is lying and trying to scam his viewers out of to play this game for 7 days so he can get Robux for himself. Please take down this channel as it keeps making scam videos and tries to scam little kids that don't know better because they are iPad kids. Please take down this channel for its repetitive it's repetitive scams. Thank you. All right. I already reported that channel too and everything, bro. So if they don't take it down, YouTube just sucks, man. I don't know, bro. Their moderation's so bad.
Approach it
Advance, save the sub.
From behind,
Barney, save the uncle.
Never from the side or front. If you have to wrestle an alligator, cover its eyes with a shirt or towel to blind it, making it slower to react. Leap onto the alligator's back, placing your hands on its neck to pin its head down. Once on top, press down with all your strength, covering its eyes and gripping its jaw.
Oh, sub, my bad, guys. I didn't realize.
By keeping the mouth shut, the alligator can't fight back. To release it, throw the head forward and jump back quickly. Approach it.
But yeah, I'll scammer. If you guys want to report that guy too, you guys can report that guy too. I don't remember the channel name, but you can go back in the stream and report him. Anyways, we're giving 400 Robux for the thingamajig. Let's go ahead and change the sub goal to 792,000. And we're gonna get 500 Robux if we hit 792,000. All right, 500 Robux. Melissa, they have the uncle alert. But yeah. Oh wait, let me go back up and just show you guys actually. If you guys want to report the channel that's scamming, this is the channel right here. Okay. If you want to, comment that he's a scammer and all that stuff, report the channel for scamming, and let's hope we can get rid of the scammer. Curious, save the GOAT trophy, man.
This might be the dumbest way anyone has ever escaped North Korea. You see, escaping North Korea is usually almost impossible. They have one of the most heavily guarded borders on Earth. Massive fences, armed soldiers, cameras, landmines, and people spend years planning their escape. But in 2012, one North Korean man somehow escaped completely by accident. You see, back in 2012, this North Korean man got extremely hammered and passed out on a wooden board near a river. And that's when things got weird, because while he was completely unconscious, the river started carrying him downstream, and somehow he drifted right through the heavily guarded border between North and South Korea.
How is that possible?
The soldiers, past the surveillance, still holding onto the wooden board, and reportedly still wearing only his underwear. Then, hours later, when he finally woke up, he was in South Korea. Authorities later discovered that he never even intended to escape. Bro accidentally completed one of the hardest escapes on Earth while passed out swimming. This might...
That's crazy, what?
The teacher locked the classroom door and told us no one leaves.
Sharky, give the uncle
until every answer on the board is right. He wrote 3 problems. The first 2 were easy. The whole class got them. The third one didn't make sense. Numbers that added up to nothing. A kid up front
I think bro's in Baldy's class.
Raised his hand with an answer. The teacher's smile dropped. He walked to the boy's desk, slow, and slapped his ruler flat against his palm. Wrong. He erased the board and wrote 3 more that were impossible. Every wrong answer. The ruler got louder and he got closer. But there was a door at the back of the room with a
I think it's Baldy, bro.
sign that said, "Do not open." The one rule he
Menorio,
said mattered more than the math. Hours passed. Kids kept guessing wrong answers. That's when I understood. The math was never the point. It was there to keep us answering forever, so we'd never walk to the back. The door we were told never to open was the way out. I opened it while he was mid-slap at the front of the room, but when I turned around, he was right behind me. The teacher locked the classroom.
Huh. Interesting.
During a flight, our plane started dipping, and a flight attendant immediately rushed down our aisle. The pilot has collapsed. We're going down. Does anyone have any flying experience? Every passenger began screaming, and I looked over at my 12-year-old son, blissfully playing his flight simulator with noise-canceling headphones. I pulled off his headphones and saw the model of the plane he was flying. It was the same as this one. I stood up with shaking legs. My son can do it. He can land this plane. He looked at me. I can? I knelt down and took his hands, but a businessman shot out of his seat. I'm not letting some kid with a Nintendo crash this plane into the ground, but his face turned white as we nosed up.
Honestly, I believe anybody who knows how to
dived further, and the crew rushed us to the cockpit. My son climbed into the seat and pulled on the headset, shaking. I told him, "You got this, sweetheart. If anyone can do it, it's you." Air traffic control came over the radio. "Do you copy?" "Yes, copy." They paused as they realized they were guiding a child. "Okay, pull the thrust levers back to idle. Set flaps to 30." But my son's hands were moving before they finished. Flaps 30, idle, set. The runway came and an alarm blared as the whole plane shook. I gripped my son's shoulder. "You've got this, just like your game." But his eyes stayed locked ahead, his hands perfectly set.
If you fail, we all die. You know, no biggie. Ask though if they have the air
plane
travel.
Shuddered. The cabin screamed. We rolled to a dead stop. Everyone erupted into sobbing and cheering. The businessman sat with his face in his hands, crying. My son calmly took off the headset and turned to me. "That was a little rough on the flare. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 difficulty based on my game." During a flight,
legend though.
Why it actually sucks being the older brother. First, you are the permanent scapegoat for absolutely everything. If your younger brother or sisters mysteriously break something in the living room, your mom immediately screams your name. Your mom fully blames you just because you are the oldest. Next, your bedroom is literally a public playground. The exact second you walk away, they instantly hijack your gaming setup, and if you get mad, you just get hit with the legendary "you need to be the bigger person" lecture. Finally, the absolute worst part is the fake crying. You barely even tap them, but they instantly throw themselves on the floor screaming for their life, summoning your mom to ground you for the entire weekend, while they secretly
Is this true?
Smile at you from behind her back. Why it actually
Is this true, bro?
What happens if lightning strikes a mushroom at the
I don't know.
I have 200 views.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay.
How long animals can
we get some?
If I try to go through this laser, I die. And to beat the obby, I have to get to this noob. But if I try to jump around it, the gap is way too big. So it seems impossible to get
I think you gotta freeze your game, right?
around. However, when there is a slanted block like this, there is a weird glitch that when you walk and shift lock into the edge, you can sometimes get teleported like this. And the best thing about this glitch is that it still works even with the wall in the way. And as you can see, the slope is also here. So if I try to do this glitch, I can teleport and get to the noob easily. If I try
Wait, is this an actual game? I wanna try this out, but I don't know. You're on your phone at 3 a.m. Yex, thank you for the corgi. Oh. Yo, this is the fastest phone turn off I've ever seen. He's powering down that phone like so quick. Pickle, they have a disco. Yo, what? Omni had to say this up. Did he eat the phone? What in the world?
A group of kidnappers snatched a man off the street and demanded a $50,000 ransom from his wife. She instantly burst out laughing. "Keep him," she said. "He owes millions to the cartel, and if they find you with him, you're dead." Panicking, the terrified kidnappers shoved $500 of their own cash into his hands and threw him out of the moving van. The man brushed off his suit, pulled out a second phone, and dialed his wife.
Wait, that's the method.
"Perfect acting, babe. We just made $500. A group of kidnappers...
Yo.
At 2 a.m., the woman from the next campsite unzipped my tent, crawled halfway in, and clamped a hand over my mouth. I woke up swinging. She caught my wrist, pressed...
I'm sorry, what? Marina, save the Uncle Ert.
Harder and shook her head. I tried to say something and she shut me up. I stopped moving. She reached back, zipped the flap shut behind her, then sat down beside me and acted like we'd been best friends. Outside, gravel crunched. A flash light beam swept slow across the tent wall.
What's
She'd been
going
in the
on
site
here?
next to mine, alone. A man had been walking the loop, going tent to tent, quietly trying the zippers. He'd tried hers twice. The second time, she'd crawled out the back into the dark, and mine was the nearest tent that wasn't his. The light stopped on my tent. A hand took the zipper and pulled it up 2 inches. He saw a couple of sleeves tangled together and let it drop. The footsteps moved on to the next site. She stayed until first light, then woke the camp host who called the Rangers. She thanked me and left before I could ask for her number. At 2 a.m.
All of that and he didn't even get the number? Bro, are we serious, bro? Epic, David the park the bus, bro.
Hey,
appreciate
do
it.
You know how to drive? Hell yeah! Trust me, don't you worry, okay?
10 hours, save the sub. Oh?
Don't worry, it's just a scratch. A scratch?
You crashed the whole damn car.
Just a scratch, bro.
I need a jacket. Give me a jacket. Okay.
David the tulips.
Howdy. Hi. Hey, can you get help?
Okay, come here.
Let's help.
What's up, fellas? Hey, do you know how to drive? Hell
Crazy.
yeah!
Satisfying photo. Oh. Wait, we need more satisfying videos, not photos. Videos are more satisfying than the photos, okay? Undebatably. Yeah.
This.
Okay. Oh,
Bro might
photos.
be the best MM2 player.
Bro's playing on his plate. Bro's playing on a smart fridge, bro.
Bro turned into a helicopter.
Oh yeah, like a
This
ceiling
duo
fan.
needs
Yeah.
to be studied.
Run, best friend. Don't stand there. Look at her. Shoot her.
Why are they so
Stop
bad?
walking towards her, idiot. How are you still alive? How are you alive?
Always trust your guts.
Bro got too excited.
Bro might be the best.
Nice.
All the work.
Japan, they have the guitar.
Codes in night.
John always
Cartoons,
believed he
David
lived
sub.
in the perfect town. Every morning, his neighbors greeted him with the same warm smiles. The cashier always knew his order before he spoke.
Nick,
if he
David
dropped
sub.
something, someone returned it within seconds. It felt like everyone
Oh, that's got to be the Truman Show.
genuinely cared about him. But over time, the kindness became too perfect. One morning, he noticed the same man walking past his house 3 times in the exact same outfit. The next day, a woman repeated the exact same sentence she had said yesterday,
David sub.
word for word. When John tried leaving town, every road was suddenly closed for a different reason. That's when he realized the town wasn't protecting him. It was
This is
keeping him
because
inside.
of the Truman Show, bro.
John started testing his world. John kept walking until he reached the very edge of his world. There, he realized there was nowhere left to go. In that moment, everything finally made sense. John turned toward the camera,
Mallory,
smiled, and said, John always believed he lived in the perfect town.
I sat down at my 12-year-old
Secure
son's
it, they're
gaming
live from
desk,
disco.
slid his headset over my ears, and finally introduced myself to the man who'd been screaming at him every single day for a year. The yelling had been coming through Aiden's bedroom door since last fall. This grown man's voice hollering, "Go, go, go," and "What are you doing?" and "Are you stupid?" and "Are you
What?
okay in the head?" to a 6th grader. Aiden swore
Sixth
Mommy
grader.
Owner 32 was just his friend from the internet.
I'm sorry. His name is Mommy Owner 32. What in the
No
world?
friend talks to a kid like that. So while he was at school and my husband was working in the basement, I opened Aiden's Steam, joined the game lobby,
Major,
and
they've
slid the
got alert.
headset on. The only voice coming through was that same man, hollering about a garbage noob, and I was going to give him a piece of my mind. I pressed the button on the side. "Excuse me, sir." The yelling stopped cold. "This is Aiden's mother. Who exactly do you think you are?" Screaming at a 6th grader. He coughed. "Ma'am, I'm so sorry. I didn't know he was a kid." His voice was a lot smaller now.
Yeah.
"What's your name?" He went quiet. "Aren't you married? What would your wife think of this?" He went quieter. "How old are you? I can hear you breathing. You might as well tell me." 41. What is a 41-year-old man
41?
doing yelling at children on the internet at 2 in the afternoon? "I'm on my lunch break." "Where do you work?" He coughed again. I froze with my hand on the headset. It was the same wet little hack I'd been hearing through the basement door every afternoon for a year. I stood up slowly, walked out of Aiden's room and over to the basement door and opened it. The voice in my headset and the voice coming up the stairs both said "uh-oh" at the exact same
So they're in the same room.
time. I went down and found my husband at his desk in his work shirt, a headset on his head, a
Oh.
war game on his monitor, and a spreadsheet minimized in the corner. He opened his mouth to say something, but I raised my hand and stopped him. "Hi, Mommy Owner 32. How was your lunch break with our son?"
I guess he is a mommy owner, huh? I guess he is.
He uninstalled the game right there while I watched. I sat down at my 12-year-old
Well, that was unexpected.
If your Roblox avatar was your doctor in real life, how cooked are you?
Do I look like a doctor, guys? What do y'all think? Am I like a... I think I'm like doctor worthy. Yeah, I think so.
Imagine you wake up in the hospital and when the doctor walks in, your Roblox avatar is the one treating you. You better hope your Roblox avatar is something normal, because they're probably giving you a basic checkup, asking what hurts, and sending you home with some medicine. And if your avatar is a robot, you might be even safer, because they could scan your entire body and figure out exactly what's wrong in seconds. But if your avatar is a horror avatar, you're probably never leaving the hospital, because there's no way this thing can actually help you. But imagine if your doctor is an anime avatar, because instead of giving you normal medicine, they're probably going to destroy half the hospital trying to heal you. If your Roblox...
Probably. Me and David sub.
These were the most evil twin brothers that ever lived. In the mid-1900s, two identical twins lived with their mother on a decaying property deep in the hills. But when the mother fell gravely ill, a local doctor rushed to the house to save her. Tragically, she passed away minutes after he arrived. Overcome with rage, the twins blocked the door and screamed, "You let Mama die!" He tried to run, but the massive brothers tackled him and dragged him down into a pitch-black basement. Days later, the twins asked him to help move their mother's body to the backyard. Doctor agreed and walked up the creaky stairs. The moment he reached the top, he bolted down the hallway and slammed his weight against the front door. It was completely nailed shut from the outside. Then behind him, a voice whispered, "You're about to meet Mama again." These were the
What is this?
Jeez.
How do you spot the
Pomni Jack, save this
a teenage girl.
My boyfriend signed, "My family knows you're deaf, but don't tell them you can read lips. I want them to learn sign language for you." When we first walked in, everything was perfect. Jackson's sister Tanya signed, "Welcome to the family," and hugged me. There were sign language charts covering the walls, and for the first hour, I felt right at home. Until Jackson said, "The bakery just texted that the cake is ready. I'll be back in an hour." Because the second he left, every hand that was signing went still. His sister crouched to my eye level and mouthed each word like I was 5. Do, you, want, some, casserole. I was about to tell her I could read lips, but that's when she turned to Jackson's aunt. She can't even respond. It's like having another toddler in the house. And she wants to be a mom? I decided to stay silent to let them reveal who they were when Jackson wasn't listening. Through the patio door reflection, I caught his aunt leaning in. I always wish he ended up with a normal girl from college instead of that little project girl. At least the ex who cheated on him could actually hold a conversation. She found Jackson's mom by the drinks and kept going. He's going to spend his whole life being her translator and raising the kids by himself. That's not a marriage, that's a job. His mom, who had insisted on giving me homemade tea earlier, was now rolling her eyes. At least her parents are rich. Hopefully he can get paid for his labor with the will when they die. I just hope that's sooner rather than later, Tanya continued. They better be
crazy.
Using protection in bed. If she ever gets pregnant, I'm calling CPS on day 1. People like her love to baby trap good men. Seen it 100 times. She was so busy making fun of me with Jackson's mom that she didn't even see her own 4-year-old walk away. When she saw me looking, she fake smiled and signed, "I've been telling everyone about you. We just love you so much." And a minute later, her daughter stumbled back through the door, clutching her throat, and everyone rushed in. Tanya grabbed her face. "What happened? What's wrong, baby?" Jade's mouth was moving, but her voice was gone. Just lips, no sound. As everyone screamed and panicked, I knelt down and watched her mouth. I had a headache. I took the medicine in Mommy's purse, the orange bottle. I stood up and called the paramedics while looking directly at Tanya. "She took pills from an orange bottle in your purse." The paramedics arrived at the same time as Jackson, who was holding the cake. We all listened as they said, "You made the right call by calling us." She was 10 minutes away from her organs shutting down. Tanya grabbed my arm. "How did you know what she said?" None of us could hear her. I've been reading lips all afternoon. I looked at Tanya.
Hold on. She couldn't even see her lips moving just there. So how did she read it if she was turned away from the other direction?
None of us could hear her. I've been reading.
You know what I mean? I don't understand that.
Lips all afternoon. I looked at Tanya's lips, but there was almost nothing to read. I didn't know. I mean, you should have told us. Jackson was about to speak, but when I pulled him aside to tell him what happened, he was furious. "You said you'd call CPS on her?" His mother started crying. We're so sorry. Jackson took the sign language charts off the wall, rolled them up, and handed them to Tanya. "Your apologies mean nothing. You don't get to pretend anymore. None of you do." When we got home, he put the charts on our wall, the same ones his family had up. "I'll find people who deserve to learn for you." My boyfriend's son.
Nice.
I tried to.
W boyfriend at least. Elliot, give the sub.
I tried to sit down on the only open seat on a packed bus, but a woman slammed her bag down and said, "Taken." I looked at the bag. Then at her, then back at the bag. "Taken by who?" She said, "My bag needs space." So I leaned down to the bag and said, "Hey man, quick question. Did you pay for this seat?" The bag said nothing. I stood back up. "He's not answering. I think he's hiding something." She hugged the bag tighter. "You're being ridiculous. I paid for comfort." I said, "Ma'am, you paid $2. That's not comfort, that's a coupon." She said, "People need to learn boundaries." I said, "Your bag has better manners than you, and it doesn't even have a face." Her face went red as a tomato.
Crazy.
She pulled out her phone. "I'm calling the driver. You're harassing me." I said, "Call him. Tell him your leather son needs legroom." Then she stood up and shouted at the whole bus, "Does anyone else have a problem with this?" And a little girl sitting across the aisle looked up and said, "Your bag didn't pay." I tried to sit down on the only open
Pretty much, yeah. Black Cat under the sub.
4 survival facts could save your life. The last one is important. First, if one pupil grows twice as large after a head bump, never move their head or neck at all. Always keep them completely still and flat to avoid worsening a potential spinal injury while waiting for neurosurgeons.
Okay.
Second, if a diabetic person shakes, sweats cold, and completely passes out, never force liquids down their throat. Always turn them on their side to keep their airway open, because forcing drinks into an unconscious person suffocates their lungs. Third,
got it.
If someone collapses unconscious but is still breathing, never put a pillow under their head. Always roll them onto their side so their tongue or vomit doesn't choke them. And now, the important one. If someone's jaw freezes shut days after a rusty scratch, never ignore it as a minor cramp. Always move them into a pitch black silent room because light and sound trigger suffocating muscle spasms. Send this to someone you love. One day it might save their life. Subscribe. 4 survival facts that save your life.
I don't know. I'm not gonna remember it, but as you can see, as I've seen it, they've the sub.
Roblox is not for kids anymore. On April 13th, 2026, Roblox announced that they be introducing Roblox Kids for users under 9 years old. And it sounds good, safer for kids, but not better for fun. Because in Roblox Kids, you can't play a lot of games you see now. Many of your favorite games will be blocked. And the worst part, you can't chat at all. Which means you can't make new friends. You can't connect with other players. You'll be playing, but everyone else will feel like an NPC to you. And that's just sad. So is this a good update? Comment below.
No, it's a terrible update. Actually, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? No communication?
These are real ways parents catch their kids sneaking out.
What in the world?
First, they'll use the cereal trick. It's when someone pours cereal right outside your front door. So when someone steps on it, their shoes will make noise. But kids have been known to bypass this trick by tiptoeing along the edges and then moving the cereal back when they get home. Which is why parents will also use the water trick. They'll place a full glass of water in front of your bedroom door. So when the door opens, the water spills, which will leave proof that you opened the door. But some kids try to sneak out the window. Parents have a trick for that too, called the glow trick. Not a glow up. They'll put UV marking powder near a window, hidden on the frame, so that you don't
all of that just to tell if you're sneaking out the window?
Notice it. So when you climb out or someone climbs in, the powder gets on your hands, shoes, or clothes. What? Hey yo.
What's her name?
These are
It's crazy.
I woke
I
woke up at 2 a.m. with a pain in my head so sharp it knocked me off the bed and onto the floor. I immediately called an ambulance, but when the doctor held my brain scan up against the light, he told me it was completely clean. Nothing's wrong. Get some rest. The printout looked faded to me, but he seemed sure, so I went home clutching my head and tried to sleep it off. But in the morning, my headache was even worse, and by that evening, I was throwing up everything I ate. I went to the same doctor, and he ran another scan. Everything looks good. He examined the page carefully. Our technology is top tier. I can assure you it's probably just stress. But 2 days later,
this doctor gotta be on something.
I collapsed on the floor. My sister found me and gasped because I had lost 15 pounds in 2 days, and she carried me to her car. At the hospital, the doctor rolled his eyes. There's nothing wrong with you. He shoved my previous scans in my face.
Go to another doctor, bro. What are we doing? Why are we going to the same doctor?
See, it's clean. I could barely open my eyes to see it. But then my sister got in his face. Scan her again. Something is wrong with her. The doctor crumpled the papers in his fist, and his eyes went wide. Fine, come look for yourself. Nothing is wrong with her. He dragged the machine over and scanned my brain. Then he clicked print scan and tapped his foot impatiently as the printer worked. But as soon as the paper came out, his face dropped. There's a tumor. He picked up the page with shaking hands. It's the size of a golf ball. How did I miss this? He pulled my old crumpled scans from his pocket and held them up against the new scan. On the old one, my brain looked normal. But on the new scan, there was a light gray blob right in the middle of my brain. His eyes instantly went wide. He sat next to me and pointed at the new scan. See this gray spot? That's your tumor. Tumors show up as light gray shadows on scans. But the printer was low on ink, so it couldn't print anything light gray. It printed your tumor the same regular gray as the rest of your brain. He tapped the middle of my brain on the old scan. Blame the nurse for not refilling the printer ink. I sat there.
But don't they normally see it on the computer too?
Clutching my head, realizing being low on ink was the reason they told me I didn't have a tumor. I woke up at
Oh, geez.
My dad got a call from me while I was sitting right next to him. We were driving home from my soccer game when his phone rang. My face popped up on the screen. I was sitting in the passenger seat. I laughed and told him to answer it. He put it on speaker. The voice sounded exactly like mine. Dad, don't come home. Neither of us said a word. Then the voice said it again. Turn around. Don't go home. My dad hung up. 30 seconds later, my dad's phone rang again. My name was still on the screen. This time the voice sounded scared. Dad, please listen to me. My dad pulled the car over. The voice started crying. Then it said something only I should have known. The nickname my grandmother used before she died. Neither of my friends knew it. Neither did my mom. The voice said, there's a man inside the house. Then he hung up. My dad called the police. 3 officers entered the house.
Your girl did the sub.
5 minutes later, they came back out with a man in handcuffs. He'd been hiding in our attic. They found a laptop filled with recordings of my voice. He'd used them to make the calls. He was trying to keep us away long enough to rob everything. He almost did. My dad got a call from me while I was sitting
Wait, at least that's smart though. I respect the hustle, but you know.
A pilot had a
Hoswan, thank you for the sub. Barney got a whole army. My minions. We want to steal all the coffee. What is Animal Hospital even about, bro? Yeah. Yeah, they have this.
From first.
Yeah.
I went to catch the
67, they have the sub.
At my cousin's wedding, but my older sister shoved past me at the last second and snatched it out of the air. She'd been doing this for the last 5 years, never once caring she made the other single women feel pushed aside. Not only that, but she'd also come wearing white dresses and professional makeup to make the day about herself. She said it brought her closer to our late mom, who never saw her marry. So this was her way of honoring her. So when my own wedding came around, I had an idea. I ordered the most expensive bouquet I'd ever bought. It had 3 dozen roses, weighed almost 4 pounds, and looked completely normal from the outside. I looked over at my sister's face and saw what she was planning. I turned around and tossed the bouquet. That's when she shoved through the single women like always and lunged for it. But what she didn't know was that I'd hidden a balloon of red dye inside the center of the bouquet. A balloon tight enough that any hard squeeze would pop it. So, as long as the bouquet was just held loosely, it stayed sealed. But when she yanked it to her chest in that tight grip of hers, the balloon popped, spraying red dye up across her face, covering her done-up hair, her professional makeup, and the white dress she'd worn to my wedding. The other single women started laughing so hard they were crying, and she ran out in tears. That's when I picked up the real bouquet I'd kept hidden and tossed it to my best friend. I went to catch.
I mean, I guess I don't know.
A restaurant.
She thinks this is a game or something. Whoa, what is going on?
An owner burned a young worker's hands over an open flame for dropping a plate. The burns were so deep the boy lost all feeling in his fingers. The owner fired him and said, "Be glad it's just your hands." The boy was 13. Many years later, the owner's restaurant became the biggest in the city.
Is that the guy from GTA 5? Is that the animatronic from FNAF?
The biggest in the city. Lines around the block. He ruled that kitchen like a tyrant and no one dared challenge him. Until one night, a young cook burned a steak. The owner grabbed a kitchen blowtorch and lunged at his hands. The cook pulled away. The flame hit a grease line. The fire spread so fast the walls were burning before anyone could scream. Staff ran. Customers fled. But the owner was pinned behind a collapsed shelf. Flames closing in from every side. When the fire crew arrived, one fireman moved ahead of the others. He saw the owner through the smoke, trapped, screaming. He stood.
Bro, honestly, just leave him there.
Still, he watched the flames crawl closer, watched the owner's skin start to blister. He waited until the screaming stopped, then he walked in and pulled him out. The owner woke up in a hospital bed, wrapped in bandages from head to toe, numb everywhere. Couldn't feel a thing, except his hands. His hands were perfectly fine. A fireman was sitting beside his bed, grinning. "Be glad I saved your hands." A restaurant owner burned a young...
Fire. No one to the uncle alert.
Which clip is AI?
I don't know.
If your mom chose your Roblox username, what would she even pick?
Something probably really bad.
You better hope she keeps it simple, because maybe she'd choose something normal like Jacob Plays or Gamer Alex 123. Or maybe your mom actually knows ball and gives you a cool name like Shadow King. But
that's
realistically, she's probably using the embarrassing nickname she called you when you were 5. So now you're stuck with something like Cutie Pie 123 or Mommy's Little Angel. And if she's the type of mom who uses your full name and birth year for everything, your username is basically going to look like a school login. But the worst one has to be if she names you after your most embarrassing childhood moment. Because imagine joining a server and your username is Bedwetter 2016.
That would, yeah, just leave Roblox at that point, man.
If your mom chose,
y'all remember Ashley?
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm crying. What happened? How are you crying? Why are you crying? Uh-oh, why did he slide down the stairs like that? No. What is this? My dog genuinely explained to me that petting him in the front of the female dogs make him lose his aura. Wait, what? How is he? They have to park the bus. How is he doing that? I guess. Gross.
When my nurse ran up to me, I noticed something was off. She told me a girl just came in badly burned, but she told me, "There's something wrong with that woman. Be careful." I immediately rushed to treat her.
Oh, we had the sub goal, by the way. Hold on. 500 Robux. We're gonna give the Robux in about 5 minutes, so just stay in the stream. We'll give it out after, like, this short, basically. Or in, yeah, about 5 minutes. Triple, give it the sub.
But when I saw the burn, it didn't look right. Her mom just smiled and said, "I'll be right back, sweetheart. Remember what we talked about. Be brave for the doctor." She was only 3 or 4, so I took her back and gave her some strong painkillers. Cooking can be dangerous, huh? She nodded eagerly. Yeah, the water was really hot when Mommy poured it. I froze. She what? Mommy says I'm getting better at the brave game. I couldn't focus and asked, "What's that?" When she puts the iron on me, I'm supposed to count to 5 without crying. I looked down at her arm, and that's when I realized what it was. The burn wasn't from water, it was an iron.
That mom gotta go, bro. That mom gotta go.
That if I tell anyone about our practice sessions, baby Sadie will have to play too, but she's too little. I felt the tears rolling down my cheek as she laid there. Mommy says all strong women need to learn pain tolerance. That's what her mother did to make her successful. She was just giggling, and when someone knocked on the door, I flinched. It was her mom. How's my daughter doing? No pasta making for you for a while. I just smiled, but felt my fists clenching. I knew I had to get her away from this monster. I stepped out for a second, and immediately pulled out my phone. Hello? I need an officer at the hospital right now. But I felt someone watching me. I turned around and saw the mom standing right behind me. She heard me. Is everyone okay? I was shaking. Yes, ma'am. Be there in 1 minute. But I knew she heard me. I walked back into the room, pretending everything was fine. Ma'am, how did you say she got this again? But she wasn't looking at me the same. She was making pasta, but she looked angry. I told her she had to leave the room, but in that moment, she snapped. She ran over to the girl, grabbing her off the bed. I yelled, "No, stop!" But she took her. The girl screamed as her mom
I'm sorry, did she just teleport out of the room there? How is that possible?
Stop! But she took her.
And
the girl screamed as her mom ran out of the room, trying to kidnap her. But the second she ran through the door, someone tackled her. Security guards grabbed her and had been waiting the whole time because my nurse knew something.
She's gone. She done flying, bro. I don't know. She may be cooked. I don't know.
Was wrong from the start. When my nurse ran.
Is she okay? She's I don't know, man. Yeah, no, they're live in disco.
Let's play this or
they have the uncle alert.
I judge your choices. Shopping edition.
Takeout or cook? Takeout. Takeout. Yeah. I knew you'd choose this. Bro. Cart. A cart for sure. Calvin, they're live in disco. You came with one thing left with 15? That's not. No, I didn't. Star, I think live in disco. Grapes or strawberries? Grapes. Grapes all day, bro. Grapes all day. Grapes are half of them are gone on the way home.
Let's play.
I guess, bro.
Bruh.
Mateo with the England, thank you.
Oh, imagine if Fulton owned Roblox. Part
Daisy,
2.
David the sub.
You log in, and the first update says...
Here, we're gonna give the Robux after the short, guys.
Challenge for Robux. Because we all know Fulton loves doing challenges. So now you can do them too. And get Robux for it.
Who, David the Uncle alert.
100 Robux. Survive a challenge, 200 Robux. Catch a Roblox predator, 10,000 Robux.
Holy
because
Robux.
Fulton doesn't just like having fun, he actually cares about safety. And you already know if he owned Roblox, he would try to remove all predators. Him and the squad would be constantly patrolling...
If it was that easy, Roblox would do it, but you know.
Roblox.
It's not that easy, bro.
Servers.
There's just not a toggle you click and then it just does that.
Watching everything. And not just that, he would bring back chat. Because interacting with other players is what makes Roblox enjoyable.
Yep.
The only bad thing? He might add more brain rot games. Maybe even brain rot events.
Yeah, but brain rot's bad. Like, why?
Honestly,
remove the brain rot games.
Awesome owner. So like this video if you want Fulton to own Roblox.
Just remove the brain rot games, bro.
This.
Marshall, take life and disco. Ricky, David, Uncle alert. That one bro who sucks at the game. I'm the best Rivals player known to man. Cannot be me. God impress her. Holy, lock-in? Alright, we know this is scripted though, bro. You're showing like 3 different matches from the same guy. Well, what are we doing? Anyways, let's give the Robux out, guys. To type your username in the chat. I can see you guys already doing that. So let me let's give all this Robux out. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Bam. Bam. Ian. They've the gift, bro. And Lean Hoot, they've the Laughing Disco. Alright. Type your username in the chat. Make sure you're subbed. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. So we have I think we have 500 Robux to give out. So 500, that means we're picking 5 winners, okay? So this guy's gonna get 100 Robux. There you go. That's 100 Robux. Let's go for the next one here. Where did my chat go? Our next one here. 3, 2, 1. And here, Jaclay, Dave the Laughing Disco. That's the second one right there. That's 200 Robux. But yeah, we're also doing a Robux giveaway in the Discord server, by the way. So if you if you want to join that and also get Robux there, you can. Link in the description. Yeah, link in the, is this your username? Link in the description. Also, if you join the Discord server, you get notified anytime I go live too. So if you join the Discord server, anytime I go live, it'll send you a notification, and you won't miss it live again. So I would oh, won the world. I would join the Discord server if you can. If you can't, just turn on notifications on YouTube. I think this is 400 Robux, so we'll do one more. 100 Robux right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Give it a good scroll, and bam. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, well there you go. Congrats. Okay, there you go. 100 Robux. All right, that's all the Robux. Nice. We're gonna end the stream here. I'm gonna go edit my video. So, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys at the next stream. I already have it. Maddie, thank you for laughing disco. I'm gonna schedule it right now. Actually, let me schedule it right now. I'll see you guys in the next stream. It's gonna be tomorrow, 5 p.m. EST, and we'll probably do a double stream tomorrow. No double stream today, unfortunately. But yeah, I don't have. Did someone just say I don't have Roblox? How can you not have Roblox? That's what in the world? How is that possible? Anyways, I just scheduled the stream. See, let's save the soccer trophy. Fortson, thank you for live in disco. I just scheduled the stream, so it should be on the channel. Just go to the channel, go to live, and you should see it on the on there. Okay. But yeah, we'll be live at about tomorrow, 5 p.m. EST. I will see you there. Thanks for watching the stream. See you guys later. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ashley, thank you for live in disco.